Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce here from Creston, British Columbia, Canada. Uh, Good morning, one and all. It is Friday, July the 30th, 2021. Wow, last trading day of July. Uh, yeah, unbelievable. 7 months gone, 5 months to go for the year.
2021.
Incredible.
Wow.
Welcome, one, welcome all to the channel. It's Stock Markets with Bruce, the channel where we're basically this guy that you're either looking at or listening to. Listening to probably easier to take because looking at, I mean, face for radio. Um, this guy tries to cover the markets in plain English, trying to figure out what's going on out there and let you in on how I'm figuring it's happening. These are my opinions. Take them or leave them. Just my thoughts. I've been around in the investment business since 1978. Um, Originally as just an investor, and then I became a stockbroker, then a desk trader, a partner, branch manager, VP of brokerage firms. I was with a number of firms through the 80s. Took my own company public with a buddy of mine back in 1991. So I was president of a public traded company. So I learned the markets from that side of the story. Then I eventually ended up in the Cayman Islands as an offshore asset manager and learned the markets from that angle. And I've done corporate finance work and some consulting. And now here I am with many other jobs later and other careers and other ventures. Here I am on YouTube. This is my fourth year of being a YouTuber. In about 2 weeks, I will celebrate 4 years on the air with my first channel, Traveling with Bruce, TWB. That will be in the middle of August. This channel here is now a little over a year old. It's about a year and a couple of months old. And it was started because of the downturn in travel because of the COVID. So I started this travel as sort of a secondary a channel to my YouTube thing. And something happened in January with this channel. I kind of started going live towards the end of January, talking about the GameStop thing, because a lot of people were sending me private messages whenever I would do videos on how the markets worked. People are saying, "Hey, listen, I saw your video about GameStop. I saw a video you did on Tesla. I saw a video you did on Apple. I understand you're able to explain to us in plain English what's going on. Would you mind telling us what's going on with GameStop? I mean, what's going on?" And I decided to go live at the end of January last year, or this year, to just handle some questions and answers. And I figured it would be a couple of weeks and then it would be all over. A couple of weeks it would be all over. Not quite. What I found out very quickly, what I had suspected was correct. I had suspected that many of you out there do not have a stockbroker or an advisor, anyone you can call, anyone that will call you with breaking economic news. You're finding it out on your own. You have to find it out on your own. There is nowhere you can go to get inside info or updates from markets, because no investment advisor will talk to you unless you have, say, 100,000, 500,000, a million. It all depends on how much you have, which firm you want to talk to. And there are some firms out there that will not talk to individuals unless you have a couple of $1 million to bring into the house. And even then, you're limited to how much time you get from these supposed professionals. And I mean, I've had clients tell me, or viewers tell me, that they've been to certain investment firms to get the spiel on what they can do for them, and they've been told that if they invest $1 million, they get 1 hour every 3 months of an investor advisor's time. $1 million, you get an hour every 3 months. Isn't that great? Wow. What happens when, like today, China makes an announcement like, or the United States makes an announcement like, I don't know, we're going to delay all Chinese IPOs. We're going to suspend all Chinese IPOs, which is one more step towards delisting all China stocks. What do you do about calling an investor advisor saying, "Hey, listen, that $1 million you're watching for me, I know you got it into like 10 different funds that you guys manage. Apparently, you're the best. Is any of my money exposed to any of these China deals?" Well, you only have 15 minutes left. You can't just call me like that. Who do you think you are? Yeah, there a lot of you are on your own, and you found me here, and I'm more than happy to take your calls and your questions to try to help you out, figure out what's going on. But I got to tell you that I feel for you because this world has become a very lonely place in a way when it comes to investing. You really got to do your own due diligence. You really have to figure out everything yourself. You have to now trade on one of these. This is your stockbroker. This is your complaints department. This is your Q&A session. This is your due diligence area. Unless you have somewhere else to go to get some insight on what's going on, at least I'm doing the best I can to try to be your guy, to try to be a conduit between you and what's happening out there. And I hope it's helping. That's all I can say. I'm not a stockbroker anymore. I'm not an investment advisor anymore. I'm just a guy sitting in his living room, Creston, British Columbia, who's 65, going to be 66 this September. And I'm one of the last of a dying breed. You know, there were brokers who started in the business probably 10 years after I started in the business. But after that, the guys that came into the business after that, pretty well like guys and girls, they were not the same anymore. The class that I came from, the class that I and the brokers that I joined had come from. A lot of us had street smarts. A lot of us picked up a lot of street smarts in the market very quickly, and we understood how the markets really worked. We understood the psychology of the markets. We had to survive. We had to. There were a lot of brokers that joined the business when I joined the business, before me, after me, who never got it, who never figured out. They didn't last long. They were gone within 3 or 4 years. At one time, I remember in the 80s and 90s, I remember a statistic that had come out, and it was sort of through the Securities Commission in Canada, talking about the average life expectancy of a stockbroker. And I'm not talking about how when they die. I'm talking about the career, how long they lasted in the career of being in finance. 7 years. 7 years was the average for a lot of brokers in the 80s. They would enter the business, and within 7 years they were out, and they were no longer brokers anymore. And all the work they had done to build up a clientele list and a book gave it all away. They walked away from it. Now, that's the average, which means, of course, there were people who lasted less than a year or 2 or 3 and were long gone, quickly in, quickly out. Because firms didn't know how to hire. Firms believed, as the 80s came along, they thought that, oh, well, a university degree is what you got to have, because that's the secret to good hiring good people. Oh, how wrong they are and were and still are to this very day. A university degree gives you nothing. A university degree shows you that someone is in debt up to their eyeballs. They probably know how to party on weekends. They're not have a good time, and they can study and write tests, I suppose. But are they going to be investment advisors? No, I don't think so. No. Some of the best stockbrokers I ever knew, and some of the best people I ever worked with in the investment business, barely had high school degrees. They would have barely had high school degrees, but they had this mind, they had this brain that allowed them to absorb the figures, the panic, the action. They could understand the greed. They could understand human psychology. They had this way. They were like savants. They had this way of reading the street, and they were the most successful. And I don't know if I have any of that. I have no idea. I graduated high school in Canada. I went to, quote, college, but the college I went to was a 3-year course to become a watchmaker. We started working on clocks, and then we worked down to pocket watches and alarm clocks, and then we got down to wrist watches, and then eventually we got down to the chronographs and really high-end complicated stuff. And I survived this 3-year course where when I started, there were 32 of us in the first year class in Toronto. When I graduated in the third year, there were 8 of us. 75% of us quit and walked out. In that first 3 months, we went from 32 to like 22. It was incredible how quickly desks were empty. People didn't come in anymore. Second year, we were down to maybe 14 or 15. Third year, we were down to 10 of that, and we graduated with 8. Incredible. And that was not an intensive course that we would have had we been in Switzerland, where watchmaking is a real craft. But I loved it. I loved the more complicated it got, the more I got into it, the more skill you had to have with your hands and your eye hand coordination, the more I took into it. But I found that the deeper in and the more difficult it got, the more calm I would get and the more I could handle it. And I could handle the stress of working with these minute little parts. In the market, I found that as the market got stupider and stupider, I'd get calmer and calmer, and I'd just become more relaxed by it. The opposite of what many of my brokerage buddies and associates and contemporaries, how they reacted. And they were the ones who didn't last. The ones that let the market get to them in a real negative way, they died. Now, I had stress in my life as a broker too, as a manager too, of course. But I learned to live with it, and I learned to adapt to it. I learned how to overcome it because I knew that the markets are a long, long game. It's a marathon race. It's not a 100-yard sprint. There's the difference between investors and non-investors. Non-investors think it's a quick race to make a quick buck and move on. Those in the biz, no, it is a grind. It is always a grind. Occasionally you get a flyer. Yep, you get a flyer once in a while, but usually investing is grinding out a return. And it's the same for real estate investors. There's some who get lucky with a flip of a house. Others are they buy a property and they put money into it, and they put time into it, sweat equity into it, and over time they benefit out. You make your money when you buy. You buy smart. You buy calculated, and then you stick to your convictions. If you love that house on the corner over there, and there's a leak in the bathroom, you fixed it. And if there was a problem in the kitchen, you fixed it. You still love the house. And after $5,000 of repairs, you still love the house because you got it at such a good price. And you know the appreciation value of that property. You will tough it out. It might take you a year, 2 years, 5 years. But when you sell that house in the condition you're going to sell it in, you're getting top dollar. The stock markets are kind of the same way. Sometimes you have to put more money into an investment that you thought you were going to because you're averaging down. And you just have to find the winner, the right stock with the right management, the right product line, and then slowly but surely make your move into the stock. Get yourself a good position and wait out the run. And this is so hard. It's the hardest thing for most investors to get over. Most investors, new investors, the newbies, especially now, the newbies today who are not being given any guidance whatsoever by these online app firms that are just trying to get you to sign up quick, transfer money in quick, and start trading and play this video game we got called the stock market. There is no training. There is no guidance. There is no way that many of you are being given any kind of heads up as to how to be a smart investor. It's just, you're on your own. And your sacrificial lambs being brought to the altar. And I'm talking to a couple of thousand people a day on these telecasts, and there are millions of people a day becoming investors every day, coming in who have no idea what's going on. And it's incredible to me. The SEC has totally abandoned the small investor, despite what they claim to be saying. No politician gives a crap about any investor. They give a crap only about the polls and only about getting reelected. Do not think you have a hope in hell of getting looked after by anybody there. You're on your own. It's the wild, wild West, kids. Yesterday was a classic example of how wild the West has become when Robinhood went public yesterday on the stock exchange. This is a company that I can assure you, I can absolutely assure you, there is no way this company would have been licensed to even be in business in the 80s or the 70s. There is no way in hell that company would have ever gotten any kind of securities license to be even a member of an exchange, an affiliate of an exchange. There would be no way they would be allowed to have accounts. Not a chance. They would have been deemed completely unqualified, undercapitalized. They would have nowhere near the experience in senior management to run a brokerage firm. Completely, utterly unqualified to be in the business. But things have changed. The business has changed so much now that the industry owns the regulators. It used to be the regulators ran the members of the investment community. Now it's the other way around. The investment community runs the SEC. Don't fall for any of the gunk you hear from any of these so-called chairmen and other people. It's pure bunk because bribes pay big rewards. And I don't care how you claim it out. The amount of money that the industry puts into politicians' super PACs to get these people elected, especially those on the banking committee and on the investment committees, subcommittees, they're bribed out. They're totally bought and paid for. They will say, oh no, I'm a total independent. Yeah, right. They follow their party line and they've been bought in. And the industry knows it. They know exactly who they can get in there. They know exactly who they want, who they don't want. And they have the money to push around certain people in or out, and that's the way it is. Sorry, folks, it's life. And I'm not trying to be nasty to politicians. I'm telling you that in the medical business, it's the same thing. In the aeronautics, in the defense industry, you want to talk about lobbyists in Washington? How many hundreds of thousands of lobbyists are there within a 50-mile radius of Washington? How many? You have no idea. The billions spent by corporate America to get what they want is staggering. And it's all legal. It's all good. And the Supreme Court protects it. It's all good. Anyway, the investment business is owned, bought, and paid for by the industry. And Robinhood went public yesterday by the industry itself. The industry itself took Robinhood public. And that company wouldn't have been able to buy a taxi license in a small town in Canada in 1980 because of the complete lack of experience of upper management. Tell you, it's a great country if you're from Bulgaria and coming in, because boy, is it a great place. Man, you can become a billionaire. It's incredible. Just put the right software package together, create a platform on something like this. You're a multi-billionaire. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. The good news, I guess, is that these guys are going to spend a bunch of dough now, and they're going to pay property taxes and sales taxes, and you're going to push money around. And all. It's your money. It's just going to be pushed around. The Robinhood stock is a disaster on roller skates. Anyone buying that stock and you think you're going to buy a quality company for long-term gains, you are dreaming in Technicolor. I mean, are you clueless? There is so little hope, and I mean little hope, of that company ever making money. They're offering trades for free, accounts for free. They have very few fees. Great for consumers, theoretically, as long as they're around. And as long as they can raise cash, they can keep this game going. But they can't keep this game going forever. They're running out of ways to keep raising money. I heard yesterday a very interesting little story about Robinhood, and that was how when you folks were deemed to be the problem, when GameStop went up in value and all other stocks went up in value, retail investors were blamed as the troublemakers because you had the audacity to try to make money on a stock. How dare you people do that? It's not supposed to work that way. You're supposed to lose and shut up about it. Lose money and stay quiet. You folks decided to trade stock on your own and then hang out on Reddit and Wall Street Bets and talk about it? Ooh, that's illegal. There's got to be something illegal. When GameStop was halted and you could not buy stock with cash from Robinhood and other brokerage firms, Robinhood wasn't the only one, but Robinhood was definitely the one. Robinhood had to raise emergency money because the company was undercapitalized with regards to how they were running their show. Now, I don't understand it. I'm an industry guy, and I don't understand why would a brokerage company be undercapitalized if they're signing up 1 million accounts a month where people are depositing money into the firm to then buy stock through the firm. How can the firm be undercapitalized? I don't understand it. Makes no sense. I mean, if you open up a bank and people come in with deposits, deposit money into your bank, and then they write checks against their bills from the money they put into your bank, and you're charging them a fee to write checks and whatever. How can the bank be in trouble? I don't get it. But they were. Robinhood became undercapitalized. It got so bad that Robinhood had 24 hours to come up with about $4 billion to avoid being shut down by the clearing firms. Four big ones, 4 billion. As a private company, they came up with the money. They came up with cash. They went to existing investors, friends of investors, and they put together a $3-4 billion rescue package, because that's what it was. It was a bailout, last minute rescue package to bail out the firm. And the deal for that was the interest on that money would pay, the cost of that money would be 6% interest at least, plus the money would be converted into stock in the company when the company went public at a 1/3 discount to the price of the public, to the price of the stock to the public. So you guys were being asked to cough up $38 a share to buy into Robinhood. And these guys who bailed out the company 6 months ago, they were being allowed to convert their 3-4 billion bucks into stock of Robinhood at 35% off the public price. They got in at 28 bucks a share. Now, it's restricted stock. They can't just sell it and, dump it on the market. But nonetheless, these guys own over 30% of the company. Tanif and his buddy, the two top guys, had to give up 30% ownership of the company to save the company in January, February. This is one of the worst run outfits of all time. This is an absolute disaster. If this was a $5 million company and, they had to give up 30% because, they're under, I can see that, sure. But that's not the case. This is a multi-billion-dollar entity. This valued the company back at that time at like $10-12 billion. Today, they went public yesterday. Apparently, the market cap on listing was $32 billion. This is the worst funded, capitalized, executed public offering of a company of this size in the history of the stock markets. Just normal. It's all okay. SEC, not a problem. It's all good. Yeah, you had your prospectus, and the SEC is just going to say, hey, you got a prospectus. You can read the fine print in there. Don't come crying to us. Go ahead and play that stock all you want. Well, folks, how much you want to play that stock? That stock dropped to, what was it, 30-something, 20-something, what was it, low 30s right off the get-go yesterday. 34.82 was the close last night. Low of the day, 33.35 from a $38 issuance. This stock, in my humble opinion, isn't worth 10 bucks a share. This company is not worth 10 bucks a share. Not a chance. These guys are going to burn off this cash that they've just inherited. They only raised $2 billion yesterday. I mean, this is chump change. They're going to blow through this within a year and a half. This is gone. This money is gone. They desperately have got to be able to diversify out their business plan. They cannot survive on just offering you guys accounts where you can throw in 50 bucks and start trading $1 worth of Apple stock at a time. This is unsustainable. There is no dang way this is going to happen. These guys have been paying out multi-million-dollar settlement claims and fines with the SEC for all kinds of issues, and they are still facing dozens of lawsuits from the GameStop debacle, which, again, you created because you out there in the investment world were demanding enough and just determined to buy stock at a low price and sell it for a higher price. You guys are breaking every rule in the business. Investors don't make money. Bankers make money. Investors just are there for the party. You guys just don't get it. The folks at Robinhood are probably going to flame this thing to a huge degree. It'll be a $12, $15, $20 stock. Yeah, that's where it's going to head because there are gazillions out there. They're likely going to come up with secondary financings. They might come up with some kind of bond financings or senior note financings to raise more money because $2 billion ain't going to cut it. These guys need $10 billion, I think. This is just Bruce, the old man, ranting away from Creston, British Columbia, Canada. My own opinion, nothing personal. It's just business. And this is a crap business. Just saying. You make up your own mind. You want to buy this stuff, you knock yourselves out. Invest all you want in a guaranteed losing company. Guaranteed to lose money. Every trade is a pay per order view and all this nonsense. That could be outlawed. It could be heavily restricted. It could be that in the next year or two, firms like Robinhood, Fidelity, Webull, all of them. I'm not picking now on just Robinhood. I'm talking about the platform trading business where all of you out there can trade for virtually nothing, the greatest deal of all time that you've been given. It could be that within the next year or so, there will be mandatory fees charged to your accounts. It might be a $10 a month fee, might be a $99 a year transaction charge fee, whatever it is, some admin fee. I don't know. Could be mandated by the SEC, could be mandated, or could be just it could be just charged by these firms because they cannot continue to compensate you and carry you for free anymore. They got too many of you. There are I don't know what's 18 million accounts at Robinhood. Every account is costing them money. They lose on every account they have, despite the incredible technology and the amazing ability of this to replace me, my manager, my vice president for the area that I live in and work in, my desk trader, my floor traders, my fellow brokers, all the assistants, the back office people, the receptionist, the rent of the office. All of us have been replaced with these. Yeah, that means the firms run much more efficiently when it comes to how much it costs to run the business. Yeah, but if the customer pays nothing, where's the upside? Where's the gain? There can be no gain. It has to be on the spread between what you pay for a stock and what they pay to get it for you, and what you sell it for and what they actually sold it for. There has to be a gain, but the gains are quarter of a penny, a third of a penny, half a penny per share. I mean, we're talking nothing burgers here. I, as a broker, used to charge you a minimum $50 fee for any trade you gave me, and that was industry standard. And you were lucky that I even took an order from you for $1,000, $1,500. You couldn't find brokers that wouldn't take anything less than $5,000. And this is 1980. This is 1980 when you could buy a brand new Camaro off the lot for $6,000. You had to bring me $5,000 minimum to open an account. If you were at Merrill Lynch Canada, you couldn't open up an account with under $5,000. They wouldn't take your business. It would have to be exceptional, outstanding circumstances to take your account. I was one of those. I was lucky. I had a mentor. I had a mentor at Merrill Lynch who, I don't know why, but he took me under his wing to help me get through the securities course. I owed him nothing. He owed me nothing. We did not know each other. I met him through a classified ad to be a sub-agent to sell Canada savings bonds, and how we clicked. It was a godsend miracle from above. I don't know how it happened, because had I been introduced to a codgy, old, stuffy, upset, mean, 45-year-old resenting life guy, I would have been out of there in 15 seconds. It wouldn't have lasted. But I ended up meeting this guy who's he just saw in me what he saw in himself. He saw a guy. He could read it. He go, you're going to make it. You got it. You have it. I'm going, what is it? What have I got? What is it on my face? Do I wash it off? What is it, a pimple? What? You got it. You got it. And the more he got to know me, and the more he understood where I came from, from my father's background and my dad's music store and me selling guitars to hippies and guys with long hair and whatever, he went, you got it. You have it. You don't need a university degree. What the business needs is exactly what you're made of. You're exactly the type this business needs. Who knew? I was able to open an account with less than $1,000, but he had that exemption clause in his work contract that he was allowed to open an accounts where he could say to his manager, "This one's mine. This is one of my projects." And the manager goes, "It's your time. You want to waste your time on a kid like that, and let him open an account with less than $1,000? Hey, who am I to say?" But you know what? We all have one of those. We all have a couple of those as brokers, and I'll give you a pass. And so I started trading options within months of meeting this guy. I'm trading stock options. But eventually, I got into other investments, and eventually, I had an account worth about $6,000, $7,000 with this guy. I built up a business and built up an account, put more money in as I had it. But eventually, I became my own broker, and then I had to take my own account out because I couldn't have an account at another house because I was licensed at this house. That's just the way it goes. But he and I were pals for many, many years. In any event, you folks don't have this luxury. You can't find guys like me anymore. I don't exist. We're out. We've been extinct. We've been made extinct by the investment bankers. Every stock exchange in Canada disappeared except for the Toronto and Montreal exchanges, and they're owned mainly by major investment funds. They were originally owned by the bankers themselves. They basically took out the family-owned brokerage businesses across the country, all eliminated, all bought out, merged out, and forced out. And all the boards of directors of all these exchanges were staffed by owners of brokerage firms. They were all the governors of these exchanges, and they made sure that all firms played by the rules. And the number one rule was know your client rule. The number one rule, if you screwed up on a client account and the client had a case against your firm, the business had to have insurance to cover it. If a member firm went bankrupt, if one of the family-owned or small partnership brokerage firms that were part of the Investment Dealers Association in Canada, if you went under, we had insurance for every account, every client, no matter what, so that we would have customers come in. I'd have customers come into my branch and say, "Hey, look, if I open an account with you for $100,000, which would have bought a nice house in 1980, how protected am I?" And I tell them, "You're protected like $70 million in 1980, like $1 billion today. Your first billion, you're covered. You got more than that? Can you prove it to me?" Yep. Got the industry standard right here. Here's the pamphlet from the IDA, Investment Dealers Association of Canada. Here it is right there. It's all there, and you can call them if you like, and they'll send you any documentation you want. If you had a bank account in Canada, you were covered up to, I think, $50,000. The chartered banks, the big banks in Canada, you had $50,000 insurance if one of the big banks went under. Over that, you weren't insured. We had like up to $1 billion. We had more insurance than the banks did. Yet the banks took us out. Eventually, we got bought out. That's unbelievable. Anyway, when they bought us out, they eliminated guys like me. Without a university degree, you're out of here. Because we at banks do not hire people in certain positions unless you have a degree. Because the study says, and the analytics says, the university degree people are much better to hire than not. We're not interested in entrepreneurs. We're interested in robots. We're interested in people that can get on the telephone and meet with people and bring money into the bank that we can manage it for them. We have people at head office, Bruce. We don't need you to tell us or to tell the customer what to buy and sell. We have people in Toronto who take care of that. Top people. What people? Top people. You never got to meet these top people, never knew who they were, but they were top people. Basically, they were putting our clients, or wanted to put our clients, into in-house run mutual funds. And that way the fees would be dramatic inside the house, and the broker got a sliver. And oh yeah, you were addicted to just trying to come in and keep raising cash, because now you were a cash raising machine. That's all you were. You're not an advisor, broker, an analyst. You're just a grunt who's going to bring customers in and convince them to open up retirement accounts and savings accounts, whatever, and have the bank manage it. And the banks were measuring success by how many billions a quarter they could attract in client money. Wealth management, we called it wealth management. And it's still being done to this very day. It is an absolute core of the US and Canadian investor banking system. Wealth management, bringing in trillions of dollars in capital to manage and charge a fee to manage it, no matter how the market does. And the risk is on the investor. The investor takes all the risk and gets very little of the glory, or a slice of the glory, but the banks get their share no matter whether you make money or not. It's a beautiful system. And there you go. But this has changed everything lately. This has upset the apple cart. And a lot of you out there are able to invest for the very first time in the market without having to talk to a human being. And a lot of you have decided to become investors because you don't have to talk to a human being. You don't get intimidated by some theoretical Princeton grad or whatever business school grad that has been dedicated or designated to talk to you and is going to probably talk down to you pretty quickly or make you feel pretty low very quick, whether you know it or not, or you sense it or not, or they sense it or not. A lot of you have realized, I don't want to talk to these people. I just don't feel comfortable hanging out with these kinds of folks. I just don't want to get into it. I would really rather be on my own. I would rather, a lot of you are saying, I would rather invest in the market knowing nothing and doing it on my own than talk to these people and get treated the way they treat me. And that's exactly what it is. And in my day, 70s and 80s, 90s, in my day, I had to handle you guys. And I had to figure out within 30 seconds exactly where you were coming from. And if I were to get your business, I had to read you very quickly. And I also had to be aware that, when I get a phone call today, I'll get 100 phone calls today. I pick up the phone and I'm talking to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is a lawyer and he's a client of mine. I have to handle him in his way. The next phone call is Mr. Smith. He's a rig pig. He's a guy working on an oil rig, drilling down into the ground. And he's around about 1 week a month. 3 weeks he's out in the field running somewhere. He's working somewhere unreachable. But 1 week a month he's home and he's checking in on his investments. I talk to him in a whole different way than I talk to this guy. The third person is a woman who is a single mom with 2 children, divorced, reached a settlement with her husband, and is running an account and is panicking about what to do because the entire household is on her lap that she never thought would be on her lap. And she's looking for someone to talk to who will help guide her and take care of her and not screw her over. And I got them all. I got every kind of call from every kind of demographic, where today there's no one you can call. There's nowhere you can go for a call. You're not welcome in the offices of these places because there are no offices of these places anymore. Every small town in America, Canada had brokerage offices. They're virtually non-existent nowadays. And even if you did have an office in your town, unless you've got $2-3 million, you're really not. They really don't want you there. They really no. You go to your local bank branch, and you may find that they have an investment area, and all it is that they'll do a risk assessment form with you. They have you fill it out online, or you do it in person, and then they figure out, okay, well, 25% growth, 25% long-term income, 25% bond, 25% whatever, and they just put you into 4 different funds. And then there you go. And then every month you bring money in, and every month they allocate $100 a month for each of these 4 funds. And then you're growing your wealth. And that's it. End of story. We're done. We've got you covered now. Next customer, please. And that's supposed to be enough. And the SEC has said, yeah, that's great. That's super. Yep, that's good. These people are covered. They're protected. They're being looked after. They're being given the advice they need. They're being, all is well. How disappointing is that? And that's how the world has changed since I started. Just a quick heads up, if you found any of this in any way interesting, if you want to know what you have to know and what you should be doing as a new investor, and there's a lot more than what I've just talked about. I mean, a lot more. I just uploaded lesson number 5 this morning on the website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, our website. Go to the classes, lesson number 5, what you need to know to be a successful investor, what you need to do, the rules, and what to look out for, with a bit of history in there, just to kind of give you some context. That class is now available. Tonight or tomorrow, I'm not quite sure, within the next 12 hours, 24 hours, we'll have lesson number 6 up from last Sunday. What not to do, what you shouldn't be doing. Oh gosh, don't be doing that. That class is the next class to come up. In the meantime, this is Friday. So that means tomorrow at noon Eastern, I'm live with the next class, number 7, and on Sunday, class number 8. And this weekend's classes, a lot of you should be watching this one because what you're asking me about and what we're trading and what we're doing, this is right up your alley. Number 7 on Saturday, we're talking about how to make money writing in the money put contracts. I'm going to be going into put contract writing, and a ton of you should be doing this or should know how to do this. I've held off bringing this lesson to the table for one reason. I couldn't possibly start it off with lesson number 1 here with this. It's just not fair to 90% of you who watch me and listen to me all the time. If you've been watching and listening to me for a month or two, you have noticed how much talk we're doing here about stocks and options, and how we're getting more and more into option trading as a way to enhance revenues to your account, diversify your holdings, amplify your returns, also income generation from writing contracts. Lesson number 7 will concentrate on bringing cash into your account by writing options. In other words, you're selling first to buy back later at a much lower price. Keep the change. Thank you very much. There are some really interesting strategies here that you can employ, including you want to buy a stock at a cheap price, at a cheaper price than it's trading at on the open market, and be paid and compensated to do so. Watch Saturday's class. Come on in and join the party. It's a $150 fee to be a live member of the class, but it's incredibly worth it, because as a member of the audience, as a member of the student body, you get to ask questions while I'm doing the spiel. Jennifer's handling all the comments, just like we do here. She'll read all the comments. She'll cut me off and say, got a question here that you should answer right now. Just stop right where you are. Answer this question. Something you said 2 minutes ago resonated with somebody. And I think this is really important. And as an ex-broker, she knows what you should know and what you want to ask. It works really well. It's a real good engagement. So if you're part of the live audience, you get to be part of this. Now, after the class is over, another benefit of being in the class is you will be sent an edited version of the class that I will upload onto the website that anyone can purchase anytime they want. You get that for nothing. We just throw that in there. So later today, lesson 5, for those of you who are at lesson number 5, you're getting your links later today. Probably tomorrow, lesson 6. All of you who are at lesson number 6 will get that. On Sunday, day after tomorrow, we got another class that every one of you should be at. This one is where you can play the option market with no money. How would you like to do that? Would you like to make a wager on a stock's movement without putting up any cash? How about this? How would you like to play the options market, where when you make your opening transactions, you have a credit in your account, and you can make money whether the stock goes up or not? How about that? Or down or not? You figure what you want to do. We're coming up with option spreads and straddle strategies. And I will be showing you existing strategies with the stocks we talk about here. I'm not going to talk about some theoretical thing about a stock you'll never own or what happened 5 years ago. No, I'm going to talk to you about like today, what we're following now. So we're going to talk about GameStop. I'll talk about SoFi. I'll talk about the IBM, Apple. I'll talk about all of our SPACs. This is how we're concentrating and how we're putting the classes together, so it's relative to you who are watching me on a daily basis. That way you'll understand, I could do that with this stuff? I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that with GameStop. You mean to tell me I can get money in my account as a credit to buy an option spread on GameStop? What? Aren't those expensive contracts? Like, aren't they just way expensive to just buy? I mean, the gambling you do just buying a contract. I mean, wow. I know he talks about writing contracts. That's a conservative. But now this, I didn't know we could do that. Yeah, we can do that. We're getting into that now. That is the next stage of this channel. I've got to bring you folks along to the whole picture. We have only been talking about the market in this format here. We are now going to do this. We're going to get larger and larger. We're going to open it up, and you're going to go, oh, I can see a lot more now than I could see back in January. I thought in January, Bruce, all I would do is buy GameStop at $100 a share and sell it at $1,500 a share. That's all I thought I had to do, and it would only take a week. How come no one tells me that trade? Well, it doesn't exist. That's why no one tells you about that trade. Well, well, wait a minute. How am I going to make money in the market? Well, like everybody else has over millennia, you work at it and you grind on it and you understand it and you study it and you get a handle on it and you get smarter about it. And in effect, you invest in yourself to get the knowledge you need to be ahead of the average Joe. Again, who are you competing with for money right now? In this business, in this market, who are you competing with to be a winner in the stock market? You're not competing against the public company. You're not. You're actually investing into public companies. You actually want public companies to do well. Then who are you up against? You're up against every other investor out there. And the only way you can guarantee success in the long run for yourself is to be smarter than the other investors, or more knowledgeable, or quicker, or able to read the signs, or avoid mistakes, or make repair trades, find ways to come out of a losing scenario into a winning scenario. There's so much to figure out that there isn't one little sheet of paper I can give you. And again, this thing right here that I'm holding is the most incredible invention of all mankind's existence. It really is. It's amazing. But this does not give you the license to make money because you open an account with somebody. It's not how it works. And no, you have to figure out how to play the game. It's kind of like checkers and chess. I can give you a chessboard, and with all the pieces, you can set up all the pieces on one side and the other. That's great. And then, sit down at the chair and have an opponent sit on the other side. Who's going to win the chess game? Not the person with the nicest chess set. No, the person who can play the game the best. And this is what I'm trying to help you out with. And you guys have got to understand this. I keep bringing this up, and I'm not going to stop talking about it, especially those of you watching on reruns who've never watched me before. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I had to take a securities course that took me a year. And I was doing it on a correspondence level. I had to take this securities course on a correspondence level. It took me a year to finish the courses and do the exam. And then I had to get a job as a complete raw rookie. Then I had to take the options course. Then I had to take management courses, VP courses. I mean, I was studying in the business for the first 5 years I was in the damn thing. It just never stopped. Because in those days, the regulatory bodies had standards for the employees that were in the biz. I mean, you just couldn't walk in off the street and be a broker all of a sudden. Not a chance. Customers would not be allowed to buy stock from someone who wasn't a licensed individual. Not a chance. Not even close. Today, you don't even talk to a licensed individual. You don't deal with a licensed individual. You're on your own. And so here I am trying to give you in 2-hour class segments. I'm trying to help you guys out with all the securities knowledge that I've picked up over 40 something bloody years in compact 2-hour segments to help you get further ahead. And every time you finish another one of my classes or one of these shows, you're that much more knowledgeable than the rest of the market out there. And there are right now probably 250 million people playing the market, 300 million people playing the market. I don't even know the number. It's staggering. It's in the hundreds of millions. I mean, Robinhood has 18 million clients themselves. Think about how many there are globally. You have to be more knowledgeable than at least half of them. You should be more knowledgeable than at least 3/4 of them. And if you really want to make this happen, if you truly are thinking that this could be your full-time profession, that you might be able to be your own asset manager and be self-employed, you now have to be more knowledgeable than 95% of the business. That doesn't happen in one day. It doesn't happen in 1 week. It doesn't happen in 1 year. This takes time, but you've got to find ways to get this info that where it comes into you and you get it, you understand it, you can comprehend it, keep it, and now utilize it. That's what I'm trying to do through this channel. Is it working? I don't know. So a lot of you tell me it's helping. You're learning a lot and all that. This is great, but I got to tell you, folks, if you're looking for a 30-second solution to your life's problems, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. Life is life, and we've got to go through good days, bad days, and everything else, and good months and bad months. And you better be able to handle this market like it's been handling you lately. We've noticed stocks not doing what they're supposed to do all of a sudden. You better not let that get to you, because if it gets to you, you're out. You shouldn't be here. You should be back in a day job somewhere, maybe working by the hour, because maybe you're not an investor after all. Otherwise, toughen up, buckle up, Buttercup, put your football helmet on, tighten up the strap, and let's get going and figure out this market together and how it can work for you, because you're the boss. You're going to make the market. Let me look around a little bit. You're going to make the market your bitch. That's what you're going to do. Okay. You're going to take over, baby. You're not going to get kicked around. You're the one's going to do the kicking. But you've got to get that mindset. You've got to buy into this program, kids. And again, this is why these classes are coming out, because I need 2 hours of uninterrupted time to lay it out for you, going, okay, here's a trading strategy. Here's another trading strategy used by professionals at hedge funds, mutual funds, pension funds, everywhere else. You have to know what they're doing to understand where they're coming from. Even if you don't do it yourself, you at least know how it works, and it won't come as a surprise to you when stocks do certain things at certain times. You'll go, oh, I know. Yeah, I know what that is. Okay, yeah, I got it. You're not fooling me on this. Okay, I get you now. All right, this is a fake out. I'm not fooled. You're not shaking me out of my stock. No. Warren Buffett knows every trick there is, and he's 93 and he's still going. Unbelievable. Munger, his buddy, who's he? 96. I don't know how old that guy. Unreal. Even very old men can do it. All of you can do it, but you've got to have the ammo. You got to have the knowledge. And I'm sorry, but it's a crash course with yours truly that's going to make it happen, I suppose. Because again, no brokerage firm is going to send a broker your way and spend hours and hours of their time to educate you on how this works. It ain't going to happen, folks. And even with $1 million, you're not going to get the attention you deserve for the kind of risk you're taking on. And so here I am. I'll do the best I can. I'm just a guy, single guy here on the camera without fancy charts and trading platforms to show you. And I don't trade stock with you. I'm just telling you in plain English what the heck is going on out here and what it means and how it could affect us. And there's a lot happening. And let me get to that, because we're 8 minutes from the opening. First of all, the markets are down at the moment, and they might be down all day. We're down 108 on the Dow. We're down 29 on S&P, and we're down 177 on NASDAQ. Is it down bad? No, it's not down bad. It's 1/3 of 1% for the Dow. It's 0.68 on S&P. It's 1.1% on NASDAQ. Why is NASDAQ off as much? One stock. What's the name of that stock? Amazon. It's Amazon that's the reason we're off so much. Amazon has came out with a report yesterday, an earnings report, that on the surface looked pretty darn good. They made more money than the quarter before, more money than per share than people thought they were going to make. But then they came out about the future. Marty McFly, tell me about the future. The future is if COVID is going to recede, and we all hope it does, despite these variants, that means Amazon is saying, if you guys aren't stuck at home all the time, you're not going to order as much from us as you used to. That's just the way this is going to be. Now, that means we're not going to sell as much stuff to you as we normally sell, but worry not, folks. We at Amazon are doing just fine. We're building our cash reserves. We're making money, and we're even going to make more money next quarter than last quarter, even if our sales don't go up 50% every quarter. But that is not what the market wants to hear at the moment. Right now, the stock market is panicking about Amazon, and it's down $257 a share, or 7.1%. And the street's going, oh gosh, it's all over. Well, the street is wrong. And that's the other thing you've got to learn as an investor. Street can be dead wrong. Anyone who's selling this stock right now, even if it goes down to $3,000 a share, they're morons. But you know what? They have the reasons why. They're probably over leveraged. They're probably margined to borrow this stock and buy it. And they're probably being forced out. But anyone picking up this stuff or options on this company, long-term investment, I think you'll do quite nicely. Is Amazon a better investment than some of the other stocks I'm recommending? Maybe, but I kind of like Apple more. I like Microsoft more. I've never recommended Amazon as one of my stocks. I don't mind these guys, but they've always traded at a ridiculously high price earnings multiple. Last quarter, 68 times earnings. I'd rather put you into Goldman Sachs at 6.9 times earnings, or Apple at 32, or Facebook at 28 or something like that. I mean, there's much big companies with much lower PE multiples. This thing is way overpriced. That's why it's off $250 today, because a stock that is trading at 68 times earnings can drop $300-400 from $3,600 to $3,000. That is a no-brainer. It's like going from $36 to $30 a share. So what? Stocks can do that. Apple dropped. Facebook dropped $15 a share yesterday. So what? That's like dropping 150 here. It's a $300-something stock. There's a $3,300 stock, 10-1. It's like dropping $150. Well, we're down $250 on Amazon because they are talking about a slower quarter and quarter after that. Don't buy it. They're underestimating how they're going to do. They're sandbagging you. So in effect, they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're only going to grow at 10% next quarter." They'll grow at 20. They'll outperform. Oh, we outperformed. That's coming in 3 months. Don't worry about it. Anyway, that's the big reason why the Nasdaq is off 175 points. It's this one stock. All right, that's really it. Really it. All right. Other than that, what the heck is going on out there? We're coming into 4 minutes on the opening. Oh, Bruce, what's happening? Talk to me, Bruce. Matterport, $14.95 down a nickel. This stock is going to be such a winner. I am so proud of all of you and hopeful for all of you that are into this thing. Options or stocks or however you got it. Matterport is going to be a darling of the street. This is going to become a household name within a few months. This stock is going to really go. We got a taste yesterday. I mean, the slightest, tiniest sliver of a taste of what to expect when it was mentioned on one of the business shows yesterday. And in a span of 10 minutes, the stock went up $2 a share. We are so unknown on Matterport. This thing is going to be phenomenal, and I'm really excited for you. But the day that it really takes off, I can't tell you. But yesterday was an indication that at any time Matterport will take off. It's on the launch pad, and it won't wait for any of you. So if you're not in, your fault, not mine. What else can I tell you about GameStop? What is it doing this morning? GameStop this morning. Why is none here? Why don't I have that quote ready? What's wrong with me? GameStop is 165.48, up 61 cents. I don't have any news that I'm aware of this morning. ATIP closed yesterday $363 a share at $368 at the moment on 8,500 shares. This is a sign, kids, with only 8,500 traded in the pre-market. The sellout is over. The only selling we're going to get now of any significance would be a short seller trying to crush you and trying to hurt the market. That's the only resistance left. And these guys eventually run out of bullets. And I honestly don't understand why they aren't covering right now. This is their chance to cover between $3.50 and $4 a share, buy all that stock back that they shorted and cash in. But if they're greedy, they're going to pay. Pigs get slaughtered. So we'll see. It's a bargain down here. AMC, 38.13 on the close, 37.40 on the pre-market, down 73 cents. We're opening in 2 minutes here. Matterport, as I'm mentioning, it closed at 15 last night. It's now 15.11. It just popped up a little bit, 15,600. So it's now up on the morning already. 23andMe, what the heck is happening? 8.02 last night on the close, 8.10 on the pre-market on 5,000 shares. This company owes us explanations as to what the heck is happening. Haven't heard a word yet. I know they've got an earnings report coming up. Maybe that's what we have to wait for. They might be in a hold period. They might be in a moment in time where they can't speak by securities laws because they're about to release financials. I'm not sure. I wish I could be more specific, but I can't tell you. That's where we're at. Fifth Wall acquisition closed at $12.44. We've only had 100 trade in the pre-market. Shows a $12 trade. I wouldn't put a nickel of any faith into that quote. I'm going to assume it's in effect unchanged at this point in time. Moving on to other stocks we follow. Got to say, Fifth Wall rarely trades in the pre-market. I don't know why. It just doesn't. Vector Acquisitions, VACQ, closed at 1031 yesterday, was up 3 cents yesterday. It's now up 7 this morning to 1038, popping up a little bit this morning on 6,300 shares. This is going to become Rocket Lab, and we're awaiting the official the date, which is August 20th. That is the date for a conversion for Rocket Lab. All right, next one is NSH, and there we go. NavSite Holdings, 996 up a penny. NavSite shifts over on August 13th to become Spire Global, so we'll wait for that. Then we have SVAC, which we are saying goodbye to today. We're going to say goodbye to SVAC, and we're going to say hello to the new symbol, because Starboard is now Cyxtera, CYXT. I'm not sure if the quote will show. Let me just double check here. CYXT. Yep, Cyxtera is showing on my computer now on MarketWatch. I've got a quote of, last night's quote was 955, and that's what I'm showing at the moment. We don't have a trade yet for the opening, from what I can tell you, but this will be a logistical turnover today, and I'm sure by Monday we'll be back up and running. I don't know what it's going to do today, but now we know Starboard is no more. Cyxtera is the new symbol. We're open. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's follow these markets and see what we're at. Are we making any money or not? Welcome one, welcome all to the show. First off, I will tell you that Robinhood is at 35.25, 35.20 up 38 cents on 3 million. We've got SoFi at 15.44 opening trade, 257,000 showing down 16 cents. We'll see if that lasts long. GameStop 165.46 up 60 cents. We've got ATIP at 359 down 4 cents on 62,000. Range 352, 359, now 359. So we'll see how that settles in on the opening. AMC 37.97 down 16 cents on 1.9 million. Nothing much happening there. Matterport 15.11 on 67,000. Is that right? 67,600. We're now 15.10 up a dime on Matterport. 23andMe 809 up 7. 27,000 shares indicated. Fifth Wall Acquisition up a nickel to 12.38. VACQ down a penny to 10.30. NavSite up a penny to 9.96. And Starboard now is off the chart. And so I now need to add a new one. Hang on a second. Here we go. Where are we at? CYXT. I'll learn all these as they change over. CYXT. There it is. Do the search. There it is. And it's up 948 down 7 at the moment. Add to watch list. And we'll see how it does as the day progresses. Cyxtera is up and in existence, folks. That's what we have now. Cyxtera. All right. Let's see if we can make. Oops. Bruce is having too much fun here. Here we go. Bruce is trying to make his phone work on the air. He can't do anything. He's so useless. There we go. We'll take care of that. Say goodbye to Starboard. Say hello to Cyxtera. There we go. Okay, there we go. Cyxtera now 941 on 5,000 shares. Well, it was as low as 930. Now 941. We'll see how that sort of settles in. IBM is down. How much? IBM is off 46 cents. The Dow is down 24, now down 8. S&P down 22. NASDAQ down 143. Oil up 11 cents a barrel. That is where we're at right now. Amazon at the moment down $282 a share to 33.18. The low of 33.06, and it's now 33.18. So that's what it's going through at the moment as it grinds its way through. SoFi 15.46. Low of 15.35, and we're now at 15.46. to start the morning off. Welcome one, welcome all. Robinhood now $1.17 down to 33.63 on its way to 2025. In my humble opinion, that's just me, okay? There you go. I finally got in with ATIP, picked up 3,000 shares just now. Now you're talking. Scoop this cheap stuff up. It's being sold by crybabies. Take the stock away from crybabies. This is your chance to steal from children legally. 352 on ATIP. Just buy it. Just buy this stuff. The stock is likely a double from here once things settle down. Is that in a week? No, but it will come back up again. The company has one big problem, actually. Too many customers, not enough staff to handle them. That's the problem. They don't have a cash flow problem. They don't have a we can't find anyone to take our services problem. We don't have a problem like we have all these locations and no one's coming in. No, that's not the problem. The problem is they can't handle the patients that are being sent to them by the insurance companies and the doctors. They can't handle the flow, and they're desperately trying to hire the staff to handle the flow, and they will. They are already. They are going to continue, and they will likely surprise going forward in future reports. But at this moment in time, the stock looks like a dog at 352. This is when you buy it. This is it right now. You get it here when no one else wants it. Okay, here you go. I'm trying to decide between a ton of ATIP and a few games. There's the issue right there. He finally said it right. 6 tera. Okay. Splitter, I got a new SSD with 2 terabytes in my PS4 Slim, and it works great. Ready for trivia tonight. Now I will be for sure awake until 1 to 2 o'clock German time for tonight's trivia. We're on tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern for live trivia on this channel for members only, and on Traveling with Bruce for members only, as we always are. Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Dual live channel trivia show. And we have a good time, and I look forward to any and all of you coming on by. We hang out and just unwind and try to forget about what we just went through. Try to get ready for the weekend. Anyway, I'd love to see you. Fantastic. Carter, what strike price would you write a covered call for August 20? I was thinking 7.5 or 10. I wish I knew the stock you were talking about. I wish I knew. Anyway, yeah, Coyote, what stock? Coyote, I don't know, but I do know my puts are making money. Get GameStop in a set a buy limit for 155 for midweek next week. If that's an ATIP, go for the 5 strike feds. What's up with AMC share count? I have no idea. 38.48 on AMC, up 35 cents. Good day, one and all from CAF. ATIP, SP, whatever, Wally's World, Morning Calf, ATIP, says Carter. What strike would you write a covered call? Should you write a covered call on ATIP for 7.5 or 10? That's the question, I see. Well, the problem with this is if you write a covered call very close in timing, you'll get pennies, so not really worth your while. If you write a covered call down the road, say January, February, March, April next year, if you could write one that far, any event that happens in the meantime could lock you out or could cost you money because you might have to buy the call back at a higher price. I don't know how much you'll get either. I really don't know. I'm not looking at the option chain at the moment, but I'm not a fan of writing calls on super cheap stock. I'm a fan of buying the cheap stock right here. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. Okay, I need advice on getting out of my IBM 145 August 20th calls. I'm just worried about the time remaining. IBM right now, 141.73, only down 20 cents. The shares, you need the shares to do a little pop to help you out. You've got till August 20. This is July 30, so we start August to obviously Monday. You got another week. I guess I'll put it that way. You got another week. And it could be that the first week of August could be a good week for IBM. The earnings have come and gone. They're way up. The earnings are there. The company is growing. The momentum is there corporately. There's rumors coming up about the split. I think it's going to be positive for the stock. I think the split that will take on more and more media, we'll hear about it more, will be good for the stock. We might run it to 160 just on that hype of the split. But is that happening in the next 5 days? There's the dilemma. On the one hand, you could roll over and maybe roll into October contracts instead of holding these August. You might have to go to 146s. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know how many you got, and I don't know how much you have to put in to hold more 145s or the same number. That's a possibility. That's an option for you. It's a choice. But you do have next week to sort of make this up. All right. New rule: donate when you forget the ticker. Thank you, Carter, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Simon wrote, Uncle Bruce, regarding the possible Chinese companies delistings, do you think it could be a good idea to buy some put contracts? I'm thinking about Alibaba. It might be. I haven't been calling it, but I am more and more convinced what we're getting into here is a tit for tat dispute between the two countries. And it started lightly, and now it's going to accelerate. And the Chinese want complete capitulation and respect. The Americans saying, screw you. Thankfully, Europe seems to be doing the same thing. The Chinese are adamant that we're going to make life miserable for you if you don't work it around. The Americans are going, it's miserable with you guys around, let alone whatever you're going to do to us. And with history as a guide, Western democracies try to bankrupt belligerent communist economies and so on. But to bankrupt this one, not so simple. But you folks at home have the power to really make life difficult for Chinese corporations. And that's simply when you go to your local stores, you don't buy product made in Japan or made in China. You just don't buy Chinese-made product. Look for the label. Where is it made? Made in China? Avoid. As simple as that. That's one way to get at them. Because right now, they're not going to change. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be belligerent. They're going to be demanding that they get well respected, like as if they've earned it. And in the meantime, the shenanigans continue. Like this morning in Hong Kong, a young man was sentenced to 9 years in prison under the new security law that Beijing passed on Hong Kong. And his crime was driving a motorbike with a flag on it, supporting Hong Kong freedom. And he drove towards a police line and was accused of running into them. The police line was right across the street, and they honed in on him as he's coming in. He stopped the bike, had to drop it on the ground. Then they beat the holy hell out of him, arrested him, and they put him in prison for 9 years because apparently the flag with the symbol on the flag is a state crime. That is a crime against the country. That is treason right there, 5 years. The fact that you drove towards police on a motorbike, that's another 4 years. You didn't plead guilty, you get no breaks. This is the new China. Welcome to the new Hong Kong. There are 76 more people awaiting trial for their crimes. You wear a headband with that symbol on it, that's 5 years prison. Welcome to the new China. You want to support these guys? Keep buying their product. They're going to love it because they're going to just keep ruling with an iron fist. The only way to stop these guys is to make it economically very uncomfortable. Because if it's uncomfortable economically, then the country has issues, as in unemployment, restlessness among the youth, which changes everything. And if restlessness reaches middle-class China and beyond, it's all over. Because that's what happened in Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Romania, the Eastern Bloc. It all happened over 5 or 10 years as good economic times were just not coming around, even though they were promised good times. And folks began to realize it's better somewhere else than this. But right now, the Chinese are so afraid of their own government that they're terrified to make the wrong move. Eventually, apathy will kick in. And when apathy really kicks in other words, people just won't give a crap anymore, and they won't give to the state like they are now, the state will crumble. But at this point, that's the deal. This Chinese thing, this is just a tit for tat that's going to escalate up. Do not be surprised if Chinese companies start to be delisted on the exchanges. Puts might be an option, might be an idea, but I'm not going there. I've already made my points known. You're on your own on this stuff. Michael, I knew it was a gamble. Sometimes you lose. Cheddar, RCL puts, baby. Cheddar stacks, buy them, hold them, love them. Wally's World. is that a peach? Carter wants to know. William, GameStop at 165. Goodness gracious, this is tasty. What can I say? We've got GameStop 163.69 down $1.17. We have Robinhood down $1.17 to 33.65. SoFi 15.53 down 7 cents. ATIP down 27 cents to 3.36. Bargoon territory, unbelievable. AMC down 21 cents. Matterport unchanged. ME up a penny. Fifth Wall up 5. Vector up down 11. Navsite unchanged. And Sextera now up 14 cents to 9.69. Trading on 7,300 shares, now at 9.69, up 14 cents. This one will take all day today and part of the day Monday to figure itself out. A lot of firms have to change the symbols. They have to get the options trading figured out. There's Sextera will be a mess, but it is up 14 cents on a couple of thousand. What the hey? Vanek Vector's up 70 cents. Home Depot up $2. IBM down 38 cents. Speaking of Home Depot, and Lowe's and Walmart and Costco, Target, all furniture stores, any company that relies on imports from China, be careful about these stocks. You might need to be due diligent about these stocks. Not that I'm saying that they're going to have a tough time, but if the consumer backlash is real, if there is actually a consumer boycott of Chinese goods because of what's happening over there and how it just keeps ratcheting up, these companies who are experts at importing from China, including all the clothing companies who get clothing made in China, it could be an issue if there's any kind of supply issues coming in, and or if there's a boycott by American and Canadian and European clients, consumers, against Chinese goods. The Chinese will do everything they can to counteract it with all kinds of publicity campaign and feel-good campaigns and perhaps price discounts. But these are the kind of stocks that could have a tough time of it if it is deemed a moment, if it's going to build in momentum. Just saying on the channel. All right, let me move on. Here we are. Michael is saying thank you. Now I want some peaches. Cheddar, UMC rates a buy per city. My calls are looking great here. 79 forever and recently broke out. Joe, Uncle Bruce, I got aggressive this week. Monday, I wrote a covered call for $2. And Tuesday, I bought it back for 50 cents. I did the same on Wednesday and Thursday. Late Thursday, I wrote covered call for 1.5. Ended up netting up a 450. I'm not sure what this means. I see the value of buying covered calls back. You get it. You're getting it. Joe, you're doing beautifully. Folks, you can really make money if you want to play the option writing market. Put writing, option writing, looking at different spread ideas. You can really make some money doing this. Even in this market, as choppy as it is, there are some opportunities here. Joe, way to go. I'm proud of you. Long-term calls on UMC. Peaches are like candy. Or spread a virus around level. China is wiggling itself into a war. The flood or doing a number on China. Let's see. Apple makes anything there. So will Apple drop? Well, Apple's future could be uncertain. There could be uncertainty with Apple. Of course, China is addicted to Apple like Apple is addicted to China because China is having factories that employ hundreds of thousands of people working for Apple, like Tesla. You have these massive employers, and the Chinese sort of tolerate the Western ways of making money, and the Westerners tolerate the Chinese way of oppressing their people. And yet there's a symbiotic relationship there called let's make money. But the reality is that we are exploiting the Chinese people by buying merchandise made there. It's just a fact. And it's a fact if we buy cheap clothing made in Bangladesh, cheap clothing made in Pakistan and India. However, if we don't buy the item made in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh, where else are we going to get it made? And who else is going to make it for us? And it's not going to be that cheap. However, I will also clarify that if you go into a Home Depot and you want to buy a ceiling fan, all right, you'll find ceiling fans for $299. But the reality is, that ceiling fan was manufactured for $19 in China. And it was manufactured in bulk at a factory in China, along with many other styles and versions, all at 15, 20 bucks a piece. They were then packaged and shipped by bulk container on ocean liners, big ocean ships, container ships to the USA, put on rail cars, delivered to distribution centers, and into your stores. But you might notice those aren't $49.99. They're $2.99, $1.99, $1.79. If there's a fan for $99.99, it costs $10 to make. If there's a fan for $49.99, it costs $5 to make. Just get this through your heads. Whether it's shoes by Nike, or whether it's clothing by Nike or any other brand name, jewelry by any of your favorite retailers in all the shopping malls, Costco goods, anything that's custom made for these retailers in China, it is 10 cents on the retail dollar to manufacture and probably ship over. The margins are incredible for these guys, but you don't save. You do not save, because in theory, a ceiling fan made in Roanoke, Virginia, by a specialty company that would make $5,000 a week on these things, or whatever the number is, they would retail for $2.99. There might retail for Home Depot at $2.49 right now from China, but at $2.99, that would be the cost in your store if it were made in the USA. How often do you buy a ceiling fan for your house? Once every 20 years. Like, how often? So would you notice a $50 price increase? Really? If we bought made in USA, made in Canada, made in Mexico, made North America, for example, not made China, that would crush the Chinese factories. That would lay off tens of thousands. People would be idled. They'd be twiddling their thumbs going, this communism thing isn't so good after all. That's a problem for China, a big problem, especially if millions upon millions are doing the same thing. Things would change. Maybe they won't be so hard on Western businesses all of a sudden, or Western diplomats from Canada that have been held in prisons for 950 days without trial. Oh, I don't know, little things like that. But that's just me, a Canadian old man talking. What can I say? Is there an SUV outside with a bunch of Chinese guys in it? I haven't seen any yet. Anyway, what can I tell you? Welcome to the world in which we live. Why not made in Japan? They're against China. So, my SSD is from the Philippines, by the way. Hong Kong, a funky J-Bell. If I were an American manufacturer, I would be running from China right now. iPhone City flooding this week. I didn't know there was such a place. I knew ME would get its act together. The Philippines are great. Right now, markets, let me get back here to where we're at. We're down 69 cents on Robinhood. The Dow's down 25, S&P down 14, NASDAQ down 96, 92. SoFi now up 12 cents to 15.12. GameStop 162.60 down 2.26. ATIP down 33.5 cents, 329.5 cents a share. AMC up 7 cents. Matterport down 17. 23andMe down 1 penny. Fifth Wall up 17 cents. Vector down 14. Navsite up 2. Xterra up 13 cents to 968. IBM down 59 cents. The Dow down 23 points. Microsoft off $1.20. Apple down 40 cents. Tesla up 665. Over on the Bed Bath & Beyond, we're up a quarter to $28.99. BlackBerry, it's up a penny to $10.36. Royal Caribbean down $1.61, 78. 38, it's going lower. Norwegian down 43 cents. Carnival down 29, they're going lower. Amazon down $259 to $33.40. Facebook down $1.06. Google down $23. Target up 93 cents. JP Morgan down 9. Costco up 2.40. Walmart down 20. Cisco up 12 cents. Nvidia down $1.74. Goldman Sachs up $1.35. Disney up 27 cents. Disney could be affected by China. The Shanghai China could be off limits for Chinese nationals. You never know what they do over there, tit for tat. All the goods made in China for Disney could be subject to massive duty increases or taxation. All kinds of issues. There's companies all up and down the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ that have unbelievable risk with China. Unbelievable risk with China, and they are not going to talk to you about it. They're not going to bring it up. You got to figure this out yourself. There could be literally a tit-for-tat war going on economically to start with, and then territorial flexing of muscles. We'll have to watch and see what happens. Robinhood down 45 cents. SoFi now up 14 cents, and AMC up 27 cents. There's the latest. Free Hong Kong, free Tibet. China may also use leverage to resist the investigation into COVID origins. China shut down and sanitized the wet market immediately with no outside review. No kidding, Sherlock. Funny how that works. Hello from Hong Kong, Marcus Ma. Thank you for joining us here. All of you in Hong Kong. I support you. I love you guys. I am so disappointed in what's happening. I'm so frustrated what's happening there. The city is having its heart ripped out. It is really pathetic, but it is what it is. But I have been saying to anyone in Hong Kong, if anyone watches me, my advice to you: run, Forrest, run, get out, get out. If you've got a diplomatic or you got an international passport and you can get out of there, get out of there. Get to the UK, go to Singapore, come to Canada, go to Australia. I don't care where you go. It doesn't matter. Get out of there and stay out of there. It is going to be a total shutdown. It is not going to be good. Just walking down the street could be a crime in the near future. I'm telling you, it is ugly and it's going to get worse. Much, much worse. I'm sorry to say. Anyway, there it is. What can I say? Let's see. What can I say? Don't want to go political here with U.S. politics. I'm going to stay away from that if I can. Cyxtera up 14 cents. Let's see. What else have we got? Here we go. What can I say? Sorry, folks. Lost my place. Here we are. Here are my comments. Alrighty, stay safe in Hong Kong and get out if you can. Let's see. Yeah. All power always lies with the masses. Once the masses have a resolve, yes, that's the catch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What else we got here? Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate this. Writing calls and puts, question mark. Let's go here. We're going to be talking about all kinds of calls and put activities Saturday and Sunday. These are two classes you really don't want to miss. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. Anyway, thank you all. Let's see. SoFi on a mini run here, says AB. Right now, 15.75, up 15 cents. Let's see. Are you saying we should hoard ceiling fans like toilet paper? ATIP is going down to 2. They say 33.31, down 32 cents. Help Uncle Bruce. Which class should I start first? 5, 1, 7. Which class would you recommend I start first? Well, it all depends what it is you want to learn about. You start with number 1 and then just watch number 2. At your leisure, you every week or so, or every couple of days, you watch one. It's up to you, folks. It's your call. They are sequential, but they're not. You can watch the option classes only. If you want to learn about option writing, then just look into number 2. But option number 1, basics of options, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We cover all kinds of stuff on the options. We got a lot of info. There's 8 hours of stuff in there, kids. It's huge. Anyway, there it goes. Thank you. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I just bought ceiling fans from Big Ass Fans, made in Lexington. These fans are expensive, but kill anything made in China. Awesome product. There you go. Is it too much to ask for our stocks to double? Come on. Let's just have them double. This would be great. Let's see. In January, I bought 2 shares at GameStop. Now I have over 200. The more they drop, the more I buy. Strongly considering selling my truck and buying a hoopty so I can buy more. A hoopty. I don't even know what that means. 163.33 down to $1.53. GameStop is reluctantly giving up ground. SoFi up a dime to 15.70. Robinhood down 40 cents. ATIP down 35.5 to 327. AMC up 33 cents. Matterport down a dime to 14.90. 23andMe down 2 cents to $8. Fifth Wall up 17 cents. Vector down 16. NavSite 9.97 up 2 cents. Cyxtera now 9.56 up a penny on 10,700 shares. That's all we got. IBM down 56 cents. The Dow down only 6 points. We've come back quite a bit on the Dow. S&P down 11 and NASDAQ down 80. It's improving as well. They took over my money. Let's see here. SoFi. Hey now. Let's go. Oh, dang, my ATIP puts are rocking and rolling. Let's go. We got action on SoFi. People are saying, yes, you do. SoFi had some action. It's easing up a bit, but yes, we're going higher here. Definitely going on here in higher here. All right. What else? Let's keep going. Yep. That comedian Jimmy O Yang's family got out the minute the British handed over to Hong Kong. Let's see. Hong Kong folks, come to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We have friendly seafood and friendly people. Let's go. Henry Ford says, it is well enough that people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system. For if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Let's see. Let's go. Uncle Bruce, I can't listen to you on weekends. Do a good job on the video. If you can't be with us live, just watch the edited versions of the classes. We take out a lot of dead space and we condense it a bit, but they're still like an hour and 40 minutes long. I mean, it's jam packed full of stuff. We've been getting very good comments on it, and we're excited about how they're going. And let's see. Here we go. Uncle Bruce, would you consider ATIP or SoFi similar to IBM, in which you can just buy it, forget it when you have it, hold it for long term? Look, you can do that with any of these stocks, of course, but remember these new listings, SoFi and ATIP. I mean, they just went public in the last few weeks. They're brand new. They're totally unknown. SoFi's got brand recognition, yes, and they're buying a bunch of commercials, yes. SoFi's so down the road, but ATIP, who the hell knows of who that is? Who can put two and two together with ATIP and being public? Virtually no one. This thing has to expose its business plan, its game plan, that they got to get through this week. They got to get through this week of this lousy report. They got work to do, but this stock is below book value. In my opinion, this thing is cheaper than what the company is worth, my personal opinion. But Matterport, 23andMe, Fifth Wall, Vector, Navsite, Sextera. I mean, these are all unknowns to 90+% of the market. You are so early on this. Get in there, get yourself a nice position, get a nice price. If they dip, get more and average down. Be the smart investor and do the Warren Buffett. Get in there and hang on to it and just sit tight. It's easy. It really is. It's hard to do, though. But the solution is a simple solution. Anyway, Jennifer, I am looking forward to Saturday's class. Uncle Bruce puts are so darn confusing. We'll get into it. Don't worry. We'll get into it. We won't get off the air until you understand it. We'll make sure you figure this out. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's go. Let's see what's going on here. Oh man, funny looking. Oh man. Let's see what else is going on. Thank you everybody for being here. Here we go. I'm trusting Uncle Bruce. I'm going to buy another 500 shares to lower my average cost of 375 the other day. Let's go. ATIP just taking a long way around. What can I say? There it is. Whatever. It's now 324.50 on ATIP. As when it's low, you buy it. That's just it. If you can afford to buy it, you buy it. That's all she wrote. Thank you. The Dow's down 29, S&P down 11, NASDAQ down 59, oil up 15 cents a barrel. We're at 15.65.67 on SoFi right now at the moment. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the 354 thumbs ups. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming on by and spending some time with us today. Appreciate that. Those of you who want to get into our classes this weekend, just send me a private email. The link is down below, and after the show's over, I'll send you an invite, and we'll get you set up, and we'll look forward to having you come on in. These are going to be two really busy classes with a lot of examples of put writing and spread writing and all kinds of stuff, credit spreads and all this stuff. We're going to be going into a bunch of stuff, but not every single possible strategy. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of them. We're going to start this off and then just keep adding to the list. But I think you're going to find this most interesting. And I think a number of you will probably be right into these strategies starting Monday morning. You'll get right into it. So there's no There's no reason not to want to do it, but I think you'll find it most entertaining, interesting, and for some of you, you'll want to employ these strategies right away. Anyway, we'll look forward to having you come by and asking Jen and I questions about what's going on and how it works, and we'll kind of take it from there. Yeah, let's see what we can do. 23andMe, $7.98, down 4 cents, driving us nuts. Waiting for news. We know there's an announcement coming on earnings in early August already. We know that's coming along with a conference call. I guess that's what they're waiting for. I guess. We'll see. Matterport, there's news coming on Matterport. The stock, if it backs off, it's a bargain. And it does jump around. I have a tough time tracking Matterport. I sometimes see quotes of $14.75, then I'll see a quote at $15, and I'll see a quote at $14.65, and I'll see a quote at $15.10. I don't know what to believe on this thing. It is there's some quirkiness with the Matterport quotes. I don't know why it does what it does, but it is goofy. Anyway, we'll just do the best we can following it and go from there. SoFi 1569, hanging in. GameStop 163.92 on GameStop. We're down now only 94 cents. We were as low as 161.78, and now we're up about $2.15 from the low, roughly. We're improving. Volume, I bet you, is light as a feather. 425,000 shares on GameStop. SoFi 1568, up 7 cents. Robinhood down $1. ATIP now 326. The low of the day, 323. 1.4 million traded at the moment. AMC up 40 cents at 38.51. We got Matterport 14.96, down 4. We've got 23andMe at 7.98. We have Fifth Wall up 17 cents. Vector down 16. Navsite up a penny. Cyxtera now down 9 cents on 15,200. And I'm not sure if even half the brokerage firms have that symbol set up yet for that stock. I don't know. The Dow down 6 points, down 4 now. S&P down 9, NASDAQ down 58. So we're jumping about here at the moment. And we'll just keep following this market, you guys. See if we can figure out the highs, the lows, and the all-arounds and go from there. And let's see here. What else have we got? Jen is up. Hello, Jen. And here we go. Oh, thanks, Uncle Bruce. You haven't done me wrong. With GameStop and SoFi just about 200 ATIP, way to go. And here we go. I have an average of 424 on ATIP. I'm thinking I just sell the covered call at 5, so I get out when they execute on me. Well, yeah, you could play that game. I mean, you could do that if you try. You might be able to write 6s or 650s. I'm not sure what the series are on the chart. Dave, they stuck ATIP on one of those drill rockets with like Armageddon, and they shot it the wrong way. Too much doubt about their accounting. We need Bruce Willis here. Those who bought ATIP 5 plus 4 plus after earnings are also burnt now. Bruce, I found a peeled parsnip in my gas tank earlier. Is this a buy signal on Tesla? Anyway, I'm at 753 average. Don't you dare complain about a $4 average. Haha. Let's see. Hey, Bruce, suppose ME had a plug on CNBC and the volume was 7 million, like Matterport yesterday. What would happen to the price at this level? What would happen to ME? Oh gosh, yeah, it would be a $2 move in like minutes. Absolutely, it would run to like $8, $9, $10, pretty fast. How you doing, Jen? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm very croaky this morning, though.
Yeah, because of the smoke in the air.
More smoke today.
Yeah.
But you can still kind of see the sky, which is better than the Kelowna area where they can't see a mile.
Gosh, the high today is supposed to be 99 here. Yeah. Heat warning for this area. Tomorrow's high 102. 90 on Sunday, but a 50% chance of rain. Monday, 84 high, 50% rain.
That 50% chance of rain comes with lightning.
Unfortunately, yes. Then we get a little sunshine, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, chances of rains and showers again. But we need moisture. We sure do. That would come in handy, but it's going to be a hot one today and tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we cool off a little bit from there. Yeah, we'll hope for the best.
Yep.
Yeah, road luck, I guess. Oh, man. Wow. There it is. What a day. The Dow just went positive. Yay. We're up 3.5 points. Now we're up 7 on the Dow. We're surging. Here we go. There's no stopping this market. All your stocks are just going to go to the moon now. We're up to $15.74 on SoFi. You're getting richer every second. GameStop up $1.14. The wealth is pouring your direction. What can I say? Let's hope for the best.
What would you like for your breakfast this
Oh
morning?
man, I am thinking the way to go. I think just grape jelly on a sesame seed bagel. Yeah,
Okay.
nicely,
Haven't had that.
really nicely toasted and crispy, and Concord grape jelly from Welch's. Yeah, baby, you gotta love this. What else, Bruce? If I buy all your classes and then do nothing but what you tell me, will I be a rich man? Well, if the market will cooperate, at exactly the right time for you, maybe. I would say that if you watch the classes, you'll be that much more knowledgeable, which gives you a heads up on millions of people who aren't as knowledgeable. I'll give you that much, and that puts you on the right track and probably on the right side of the knowledge curve, to help succeed. That's just what I'm saying. Aaron is here. How you doing? I was just signing in to say hi. I'm going to give you thumbs ups and give a shout out to ATIP Poo Poo. Thank you for being here. Michael, FINRA is now investigating Robinhood for insider trading. Puts on Robinhood. Laugh a lot. I'm loving me some puts lately. Hang Robinhood. Tatara's watching that as a mouthful. Laughing a lot. SVT, ATIP gave me way more than the tip. It's a sign, says Justin, laughing out loud. Bill, I follow Robinhood just so I can watch the stock tick lower. It's at 34.02, still down 80 cents. Austin's 30.13, another hit. Blair, BRK doing well. Okay. Auntie, seriously, are options available for Hood now? I don't think so. I wouldn't think they'd be available on day 2. Anybody know? I don't think so. ATIP 310, super discount on 3 on ATIP. Again, people are being forced out of this stock, probably on margin calls. It's taken a few days, and now the final sellouts are coming through. It's the end of the month today, settlement day. You got to clear out the sellers first thing in the morning. But in the first hour or two, this is when it ends. The sellouts end in the first hour or two, and then we turn the corner and take a look. Matterport is positive. GameStop is positive. SoFi is positive. Fifth Wheel went positive. Nafsite is up. Vanik is up. Home Depot is up. IBM only down 38 cents. Tesla's higher. Bed Bath, BlackBerry, Bumble is up. Electronic Arts is up. Target, JP Morgan, Costco, Walmart, Cisco, they're turning positive. Goldman, Walt Disney, Twitter, Sun Life, they're all turning green as the Dow is coming on here. The sellouts are ending, and on ATIP, this is a sellout. This is just a larger sellout than others because of the circumstances with the stock dropping from what it did. This is your chance in this low 3 level to scoop it up. Just don't buy the contracts. Just buy the stock. It is a cheap giveaway, way underpriced. It is beyond ridiculous, and this doesn't last. These quotes don't last long, but it's here right now. But you've got to recognize this kind of an opportunity is just screaming. Remember, we're down 54 cents a share right now. That's more than 10%. It's on a short sale restricted all day today, all day Monday. Monday is August. We could have a very strong up day. Just saying. Not guaranteeing it, but I'm telling you, the odds of further decline are limited. Just saying. All right. There you go. Dave, I got cheap buy orders in $2.50 and $2. So good luck. Those are round numbers. That's not going to help you. You should be at 251 and 201. Don't be putting in round numbers. You're with everybody else. Be the first in line. If you want ATIP right now, $3.11. That's the price. $3.06, $3.01. Not $3, not $3.05, not $3.10. You're competing with a bunch of bargain hunters right now. You might not get a fill. If it breaks $3, $2.96, $2.91, breaks that, $2.86, $2.81. That's where you put limit orders in. Hopefully you'll get filled first. These 1,000 shares yesterday at threes are killing me. Dave, why did the Brits send a carrier group into South China Sea? Why? Let's see. Why would you ever buy more of ATIP instead of SoFi? Matterport, SVAC, I just don't get the mentality. Average down a little and forget about it. Don't average down to the current low price, just tossing money around. Everybody has their opinion. That's why this market is what it is. Can you comment on MRI? Nope, I don't know what that is. ATIP is up, popping at 312 right now. As Jen's smoking this morning, lucky Bruce. Told you to hang on. Jen, I was thinking the support was there, held 2 days. Let's see what else is going on here. Yes, you can sell a $5 to guarantee a profit plus premium. Let's see. Let's go. This is no longer related to bad earnings and staffing issues. It's about potential fraud in accounting. Even so, the stock is underpriced. The company's worth more in pieces than it is as a stock at 310. It's a bargain here. Evidently, I had to break through support first. We're going through 3 now. They think. Says Dave. Let's see. 80% chance of meatballs. Here we go. Almost $2.99. Bagels. Let's see. More comments. Here they go. Let's see. No one is making money. It's tanking. You better get 15 bagels, Bruce. I'm making money. Just another picture. Let's see. Yeah, well, if ATIP goes below 3, the 2.5s are attractive. They got to be attractive now. They've got to be. 311.5 right now. ATIP received several emails from law firms initiating class action lawsuits. Yep, there's dozens of them. Let's see. Be careful, Robinhood slander. They are technically an indirect client of SoFi. Guys, ATIP price target was actually negative $12. Bruce is telling us to short it. It's just none of you listen. All right. Hood is connected to Palo Alto VCs. They backed Theranos up billions of dollars. Robinhood's business is realistic. Even if Robinhood sucks, they'll prop them up into monopoly, sadly. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. What else? Yeah. What else? Be like Walmart. Everything is 98 cents. That's right. I'm looking for a bargain, Bruce. I put in a limit order of $2.99. Okay. 314 now on the stock. Let's see. Start a new position at ATIP, 1,000 at 308. And just avoid ATIP altogether. Those of us with money in it consider a loss and money that we'll never get back. Forget about it. Take the lessons learned. Do your own due diligence. Everybody has their opinion. It's okay. You can decide for yourself. I always say every stock has its day, and what can I say? We're at 15.62, up a penny now on SoFi. GameStop down 86 cents. ATIP at 314. AMC still up 40 cents. The Dow down 19. Got a little sell wave coming in here. S&P down 11. NASDAQ down 68. We're going to get these waves up and down, and we can go green, we can go red in just seconds. It's just the way this market is now. It's the end of the month. It's the last day to settle up accounts. July 30th, we have to settle up by tonight. All accounts have to be accounted for. They all have to be paid up. Can't have margin calls outstanding. That's not good for reporting. So a bit of pressure here on the market, as there has been all week. But next week, it's a wide open new month, and away we go. Just saying. All right. ME is killing me right now, like ATI was killing some of y'all. Not quite as bad, but not great either. Definitely not selling my ME. Let's see. Hindsight is 2020. Attack on SoFi, maybe? Big dip. We're at 15.58, down 3 cents. Laugh out loud. Bought one put on ME2, looking at Robinhood next week. 34.50 on Robinhood, down 32 cents. SoFi down 3 cents on SoFi. GameStop down 94 cents. ATIP 314 a share right now. AMC still up 27 cents. Matterport down a nickel. 23andMe down 14. Fifth Wall down 4 cents. Vector down 15 cents. Navside up a penny. Sextera down 3. There you are. Ooh, we got the bagel. We got the bagel with the grape jelly. We got the bagel. That's my Bill Cosby impersonation. We got the bagel, and we're gonna have the Jello a little later on. I don't know how to do that. And cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, we're looking good on the bagel. Uncle Bruce, I love what you do. I have SVAC calls. Starboard, Cyxtera. I have Cyxtera calls for 4/11, April. What is this? Is this November? I'm not sure what's going to strike 750. Oh, here we go. I bought for $4.11, 750 expiring January 2023, and another call contract for SVAC for $3.26, strike 750 for Jan 22. Should I roll or cash in? What should I do? There you go. Well, it just became Cyxtera today. You got forever. I would do nothing right now. I would allow Cyxtera a couple of weeks, a month or so, to just tell the world what they're up to. Every public company runs its own affairs the way they do it. The shares are down 3 cents today. I'm not worried about it. It's going to take a couple more days for the symbol to be fully appreciated, the shares contracts to properly trade. You don't want to do anything right now with those contracts because the contract market is not operating at full capacity. Wait till at least next week and the week after. Let's see how Cyxtera does, get the options settled in, and we'll go from there. It's too early to do anything today. All right, there you go. Let's go. What else is happening? ATIP, even Nicola, who faked a truck by rolling it down a hill to show it in motion, is okay. Just wait. Won't be tomorrow, but it's trading at one-time sales right now, very low. Are hood options available next week? I don't know. Enjoy the big. Thank you. Remember, it's proven over and over that investment accounts of dead people do better than living people. Why? Living people make decisions on emotions. There you go. Yeah. Was that a Cosby impersonation? Oh, man. $309, $310 on ATIP. Matterport just jumped up 19 cents. Do we believe that quote? I see it at 15.19. It really jumps around. I like it. Go. Play it. Very weird. Make me up when it's all over. SEC setting new rules for disclosure for Chinese stocks. Yep, that's right. Fidelity requires penny stock trading permissions on an account to bid under $3 a share for ATIP. Doesn't this stuff delist if it trades under $1 for too long? Not necessarily. We don't know. I have no idea about the ME earnings. No idea. $7.85 on ME, down 17. Fifth wall up 4. NAV site's up a penny now. ME January 22, 750 calls going for $1.70. Seems like a steal, but is that enough time for a turnaround plus a buffer with possible reorganization and lack of news? Not sure if January's too soon. Well, we all have our opinion. If the shares over the next 3-4 weeks, next month, reach 450, 550, you're getting within shouting distance again of those. A month later, 6.5. Earnings are coming out, looking good. 750, 850. September, October, in the money. I don't know. Just, it wouldn't take that much, but no guarantees. I'm just throwing it out there. 56-point drop on the Dow, low of the day right now. Dow 30. Who's doing what? Losers on the Dow. Caterpillar down 686 a share. Boeing down 226. Microsoft $1.49. Apple down $1. Amgen down 93. Chevron down 88. Visa down 85. Salesforce.com down 82 cents. Best performer, Procter & Gamble up 374. Travelers up $1.16. Home Depot up $1.12. Honeywell up 63. Walmart up 62. Goldman Sachs up 48 cents. So we got the losers losing more than the winners that are winning. I'll say that. And it looks like it's about 50-50. About half are up, half are down right now. That's what I'm sensing on the markets. All right. Let's see. GameStop right now, 163.15. When's its next earnings call? A couple of months. And let's see. Matterport creeping up. 15.20 up 20 cents. $2.95 on ATIP. Broke 3. $2.86. It's the bargain. It's the bargain trading at $2.96. Like I said, 301, 296, 291, 286. 296 getting filled on ATIP right now. SoFi 15.55, 56 down 4 cents. ATIP 299 right now. Low of 281. We saw a trade at 281. If anybody had a 281 limit, you got to hit. I don't know if you got it all, but you got to hit. Back to 3. $290, got to hit. Just scoop this stuff up. Just keep buying it. I can't tell you the low, but it's low. Got filled right on. ATIP, let's go. 296. If you're making money on ATIP puts, now might be a good time to take your profit. This might be it. Anyway, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about MTTR and Matterport call for $5.71, 1250 strike expiring Jan 22? Also, have you gotten class glitches about getting on live worked out? We're good. We're good on the live. Glitches are good. We're fine. But Matterport, a 1250 Matterport contract. So we're 270 in the money, and it's a 570 price. That's extremely expensive. I would not be a buyer at that price. That's too expensive to buy. I would almost be inclined to write that contract and take the 571. That is a huge premium. But Matterport will go higher. But that contract will lose a value. It won't go down in price. But if the stock was up $1 from here, that contract will only go up about 35-40 cents. Goes up another $1 on the stock, that contract will only go up about 40 cents because it's way in the money. Too much premium. My humble opinion. But it shows you what the market thinks of Matterport. There's such a premium on them, on these contracts. What are the 15s and 1750s going for, if anyone's watching? I got another 1500 ATP at 310, so of course it's going to go lower. 298 right now. It's stabbing me in the heart. Rob, ATIP 250 puts are printing today. Some SPACs have been successful. DraftKings, BMWX, yeah, that's right. They will do well. I agree. For some reason, $1.97 keeps popping up in my head, says NTPC. My 298 ATIP, I got Phil. Right? Grabbing this stuff. I'm going to keep buying this until one of us goes broke, says Publius.
To the CEO of the Virgin Scarlet Lady prepares to set sail.
Oh, the ship. Okay, cool. Right on.
The cool one. The pretty Virgin one. The one with the rock star room.
Mm-hmm. I know what you guys are doing. You guys are waiting. You're waiting for ATIP to tell you that if you buy our stock, we'll give you $100. That's what you're waiting for. I know what you're up to. I know what you're doing. Bruce, the 15s are 310. 1750s are 237. That would be on the... thank you, Matt, for this info. Appreciate this, buddy. Matt, sorry. Didn't you send me that message earlier, or was I reading somebody else's? Yeah, Matterport, right? Okay, so the Matterport contracts, the 1250s are 571, and then the 15s are 310, and they're in the money 15 cents, and then the 1750s are 237. There you go. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, they're expensive too, aren't they? Yeah, Matterport's my favorite. I'm holding 2,000. Alex, I think you're going to do really, really well. Just did a covered call of 2.5 for February 2022. Just did a covered call of 250 for February. On what, Jay? Jay, you got to help me here. What? Order book on MTTR shows 2 or 3 times as many buyers and sellers at any given moment. Wall Street's wallet seems so far today. Okay. If you get a vaccine shot, you get 100 shares of ATIP. How about that payoff? How about that? SVT. Nobody would get a shot then. Nobody. Can we all pitch in to send ME and ATIP in for rehab, please? Matterport up 30 cents, 15.31. SoFi up 3. ATIP $3. Low of the day on ATIP 281. Where'd you go, Rob? Just got my second Moderna. Where's my stock? Rob, Massachusetts just pulled their first $1 million winner for the vax. It wasn't me. I bought 800 shares of ATIP yesterday. 366 is number 4. Right now, $2.99, $99.99, $3 a share, basically. Matterport, 15.20, up 20 cents. SoFi up 2 cents right now. Dow down 96. S&P down 19. NASDAQ down 90 at the moment. I just did a covered call of a 2.5 for February 22 on ATIP. So you wrote a covered call for February 2020. Is that, am I getting this right? I hope I'm reading you right. I'd hate to not read this right. What did you get for the call? Let me see. If you wrote a 250 call on the stock, did you get like $1.10 premium for it? So you're buying it at 3, writing a 250 call, getting $1.10 premium. So you're taking 360 if you get taken out. That's the strategy. That's your whole plan. That's your plan. ATIP February 3.5 at $1. I don't see a 3.5 contract for February 2022. ATIP a Feb 3.5 at $1. I don't see that. AB 50 times as many buyers and sellers on ATIP at $2.99. I wrote a $160 in the money call for next Friday on GameStop while getting my shot for $10. Buying it back on an hour later, it's $8.75. Go, easy money. There you go, Rob. $1.25, hand it to you. Nice little shot there. It's $163.50 on GameStop at the moment. AMC up 37 cents. Matterport $15.34, up 34 cents right now. All right. Let's see what's going on. I put an ATIP limit order in at 2. Let's see if it drops that much. Are your classes on Zoom? No, they're right here, just like this. You get a link to this show through. How do I do it? I do it through YouTube, don't I? As a private. It's a private telecast, just us only on this format. So you just type in your comments and questions. Jen is the moderator, and she reads them out to me. She reads out the questions, and we go from it. It's real easy. It's convenient. You can be naked. You can be on the bathroom. You can be taking a bath when you do all this. We're not going to see you. We're not going to hear you. We're just going to read you. ATIP 302 coming back. Here it is. It's coming back. I was able to get some more ATIP using my dividends. Let's see. Do you think they're going to get delisted? No, I don't think so. Anyway, here we go. A massive volume of millions in the stock nobody's ever heard of. ATIP at this range, $3 to $4 for days. Got some at $2.90. Next stop, put in at $2.40 ATIP. Just saying, giving away money should be tax-free. Millions sounds like a lot, but after tax, it's more like $5.75. Yep. Coyote naked. Yeah, there you go.
You have to come to Canada where you win it all and they just tax you for the rest of your life.
That's right. 303 on ATIP. Link is pretty good to get to hear other people's questions. Exactly. And Matterport, some resistance, 1538 right now. Oh boy, that bagel was fabulous. Cheers to all of you. We're down 60 cents on Robinhood. SoFi up 2 cents. GameStop down $1.14. Matterport up 42 to 1542. We're coming on. Still at $2.99 on ATIP right now. That bagel had crunch factor, that's for sure. That was delicious. Got some Facebook at 354 yesterday. It's one of my faves. Right on. 360 right now. Looking good. ATIP 298, 299. What happens if ATIP, the stock goes down to $1? Is there a point where the stock gets delisted? It would have to trade under $1 for a consecutive time frame of like 60 to 90 days. So it would be a while. I would find that very unlikely, but Did I think it would go to 298? I did not. So, welcome to the unlikely scenario at the moment. Anyway, there it is. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful bought a 34 on Hood. Robinhood 35.02 up 20 cents. It's actually positive on the day. Robinhood has turned positive for the moment at 35.02. Of course, it came out at 38 yesterday on the initial listing. 14.4 million traded on Robinhood today. I wouldn't touch this stuff. Not a chance. SoFi down a penny. GameStop down 174. $3 on ATIP now. AMC up 54 cents. Matterport up 52 to 15.52. 23andMe down 21 cents. Fifth Wall up 4 cents. Vector down 15. Navsite up a penny. Sixtera down a penny. IBM right now down 46 cents. The Dow down 78 points. Microsoft up off $1.50. Apple down 73. Tesla up 780. Royal Caribbean down $1.58. Amazon down $271 at $33.28. The low of the day was $33.06. That's $22 lower. And it did reach $33.68. It did get $40 higher than this. But even so, that's still a $230 loss. Right now, down $271 on Amazon right now. Facebook up $1.85 to $3.60. Google down $20 at the moment. All right. What can I say? 15.59 on SoFi and ATIP 302.5 going for 303. Matterport 15.55 up 55 cents. That is the high of the day, I believe, on Matterport. From what I can tell you, 303 on ATIP with a low of 281. I'm now showing 304, but 281 was a low, and we're about 20 cents over that at the moment. All right, there's where I got it. Uncle Bruce, what was SoFi appraised at again? I believe it was 28 to 30 was some analytics. That's what I had. I got it at 15.62 right now, up 2 cents. Let's go. This ATIP and ME have destroyed my portfolio this month. They're not helping me. I got 400 at 299 on ATIP, says Jay. Right on. Let's go. Bless you, Jen, says John Van. Let's go. Here we go. MTDR up 60 cents and 800,000 volume. Imagine yet another day where it gets plugged on Bloomberg or something. Well, the likelihood keeps improving on this stuff. The better it performs. Dan, I have SoFi August the 20th, 22.50 call options. I'm down 95% at the moment. What's the best course of action? Sell to close, take the loss. Well, 22.50s and you're sitting at 15.66 up 6 cents. You're down so much, it makes no difference. You sit around and the stock comes back $2 or $3. Maybe your stock comes back to the 25, 35, 40 cent mark. You need this market back to $20. The problem is you've got August calls. You don't have Januaries. You got August. And so you're paying the price, being in way out of the money at this point. I don't know how far out of the money you were when you bought these, obviously, but January calls, man. That's what I've been yelling at everybody, desperately trying to tell you guys. All Uncle Bruce stock picks are down. So if you shorted his picks, you are up. There you go. There's a happy message. When a stock is falling and you're losing money, you will come up with reasons and justifications for it to go back up. This is called hope. You have to control your emotions. You have to do research to see why it's falling. You just can't buy the dip if the dip for a real reason. 301 on the stock. I think you buy it when it's way, way, way too low. ATIP is now 304 to 308. At 281, it was way, way, way too low. But that's just me. Cheddar, if the company's still viable, then it's not going anywhere. Rubble down and you'll recover quicker. Erica, why does it seem like Matterport's the only company we follow that cares about investor relations? Well, I think SoFi cares about investor relations. I like that. I'm not sure about just that, but let's cut them some slack. These are all brand new companies. Let's see what's going on here. Don't buy blindly. There has to be a reason you believe it'll go back up. 302, 306 right now on ATIP. Dave, all of my SPAC options are January 22 or January 23. Neat time for these companies to get established and balanced. There you go. My average is 368. Can we go to 4 today, please? We're at 304, they say. 306. Don't think it's going to 4 today, though. 305, moving up. 307, I see now. 308, just popped again. Yep, just popped another couple of pennies. So we're now back 27 cents from the low of 281 at 308 to 309 right now. Volume on ATIP, 5.1 million shares. This was the flush out day. This is the last day of the month. You must be settled up by tonight to be through the month end. So I'm thinking here, the first 2 hours were sellout hours, and we're done. Now it'll be interesting to see just the recovery come through as bargain hunters come in, because brokerage firms that needed to sell clients out have done it. It's been done. 305 now in ATIP, 307, jumping around quite a bit right now. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. I was speaking about stocks in general, not ATIP. I think it's too low too, but nothing is on our immediate horizon to put it to 10. SoFi CEO did a good interview on CNBC a month back. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I know you always tell us to get SoFi, Jan calls or later, but I have a better idea. What if I buy calls for next week? When I lose my money, I'll ask you if it's a good idea. That's a great idea, Credit Average. Oh, man. RJ Pittman is a grizzled veteran in the tech space and stays in his lane. And that's why MTTR is doing well investor relation-wise. If you bought here in the 3s and 4s, it's different mentally than if you bought at 10. True. I do hope it'll go to 6 today, says he. Yeah, let's hope so. Ilian. Bruce, have you offered a class on analyzing companies' financials to see if they're still a buy, hold, or sell? I haven't done that yet. That's down the road. We'll get into that kind of stuff. Credit Savage, Credit Coach. A lot of people got October's back in May and November and January calls. What will you say when ME is still at 8 in December? James, I'm hoping SoFi Matterport will bring up my portfolio. I'm down 20% on 23andMe and down 70 on ATIP. Bruce, we need a margin call on GameStop. Can you make that happen, please? Thank you. Happy Friday, everybody, from Matt Dog, Multi-Dog, Old Dirty, margin call something. I don't know what that means. 34.58 down 24 cents on Robinhood that went negative again. SoFi 15.58 down 2 cents. GameStop down $1.67 to 163.19. ATIP at 305 now, down 58 cents. AMC is up 55 cents. Matterport up 30 cents to 530. 23andMe down 24 cents. Fifth Wall acquisition up 6 cents. Vector is down 16. Navsite up a penny. Sixtera down a nickel at 9.50 right now. The IBM is down 53 cents. The Dow is down 84 right now. That is where we're sitting here with this market as we are watching it all go by and just trying to figure this out. Anyway, here we are. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I just bought some $30 SoFi calls that expire in 5 hours. You think that's a good idea? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant idea. $15 out of the money. Dies in a couple hours. Smart going. The way my stocks are going, I better just head to the lake and hide for a bit. Oh my. Kids. Welcome to the tough days. Welcome to learning how to grind this out. 1539 up 29 on Matterport. Sure jumps around a lot. Trying to figure out Matterport. Trading is just so choppy. I'm not sure what to make of it. 1542 I'm showing here, 1529 over there, high of the day 1560. I'm having trouble figuring out what Matterport's really up to here. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore. Yeah, 1537 up 37 cents on Matterport. Okay. And yeah. Well, what can I tell you? We're down 81 on the Dow, down 17.8 on S&P, NASDAQ down 89 points. Oil down 8 cents a barrel right now. 303 on ATIP. At the moment, ATIP down 303. Now, volume on Robinhood at 34.52 down 30 cents, 15.9 million. SoFi at $15.60 a share, a volume of 2.19 million. GameStop at 162.45 down 241 down 600 on 657,000. GameStop just popped to 162.66, down 220. ATIP at 303 on 5.5 million traded. AMC today 38.84, trading 16.7 million. Very quiet on AMC. Matterport 15.39 on 841,000 shares. That is it. That is all. Amazing. Just amazing today. How that trades on so little stock volume and goes up. That's a sign. That's a good sign. 23andMe, 779 down 23 cents. Volume of 363,000. Dead quiet. Buyers are not being motivated to jump in here. I cannot explain the management of this company. I just cannot explain it other than I'm guessing, blindly guessing, that they're up to something with a deal and they're locked up and they're told to shut up, or their financials are so close to coming out they can't speak publicly right now. I do not know what it is. Anyway, there it is. Chris Average, fresh and free. There is such thing as entertainment value. I got some 170 GameStop options for today. Let's see how that goes. Cam, I just checked ATIP's Twitter, and they have opened 5 new locations in July and 7 others over the past months. It looks like they're going for it. Oh, they're expanding. Absolutely, they're expanding. It's just that they can't staff all their locations with the staff they want. They're short. Bruce, I loved your morning rant today. More of that, please. Rob, hey, Uncle Bruce, I love you, but when you put your lip chap on, can you not do so? How do I say this? So sexually explicit. Hey, man, I need ratings. Okay, I need more viewers. I got to do what I got to do, man. I got to take my clothes off. Hey, I'm trying to get viewers here. I was paid dividend from Cisco yesterday. Yay! Oh, man, this is why I heard Uncle Bruce say over and over again to buy these options on these SPACs at $7 strike price. Let's see. We see what we want to see, says Dave. The Chris Savage. To be honest, Uncle Bruce, at this point, I'm only buying calls for March and later to mitigate the blow, just in case I lose my SoFi shares, since I'm thinking about selling 20 contracts every week. Well, go beyond January, even better. Michael, Rob, I disagree. I think he should make direct eye contact when he does it. I should also have that. I should have some Yoko music on in the background when I do it too. Put that right mood in there, lordy. SoFi is up 3 cents. Yeah. Okay. ATIP 303. Okay. 303. Yeah, SimLab. What's SimLab? Read the announcement. They tell you all about it. John, ATIP reminds me of movie watching lapdog monitor through my fingers. Okay, Bruce Gone Wild. There it is. Oh man, only fans with Bruce in plain English. That's not true, Bruce. But just saying, buy 1250s a few months ago. Then it went to 10s, then to 750s. Now 5s and 250s. Hey Bruce, do fans only just applying chapstick? Do fans only applying chapstick? There you go, Bill. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Yes, Yoko for the win. YouTube is going to put an age restriction on your channel at this rate. Dave, that's too sexy for Yoko. Neil Sedaka, please. Bruce, if you buy call options on the dividend-paying stock, will you get paid the dividend for the 100 shares of leverage you have, or only for the stock you actually own? If you buy call options, you get no dividends. Only the stockholder gets dividends, and that's on the record date. So if the record date was yesterday and today I write call options, you don't get them. If I wrote out call options 3 days ago and today's the record date, you don't get the dividend. If you're just buying the options, you get nothing. The dividend goes to the shareholder of record and only the shareholder, even when they write calls against their stock. Okay, because it's an option to buy, not a commitment. It's an option. Gotcha. Thanks. All right. Credit. My wife has an OnlyFans page for months that I've been using to buy SoFi and Matterport. She doesn't know about it yet, though. I think I'll tell her today. It's been nice knowing y'all. It's been fun, buddy. Oh, man. I'll never forget what's his name. SoFi, 1565 up 5 cents. ATIP, 303.6. We're trying to get the 304 a share. We're up 41 on Matterport. It looks like 41.42 cents and 15.42 on Matterport right now. Okay. I want to see Bruce in address, says Gregory. Ooh, this is getting uncomfortable. Cheddar, I figured it out. Dr. Bruce is taking our monthly $10 script and buying puts in all these SPACs. That son of a gun, I knew it. That's what he's doing. AB, is it common for companies to be overvalued based on 5 to 10 years in the future? Kind of like how Tesla is valued higher than GM or Ford, but doesn't have nearly as many cars. It's not uncommon. It is not completely common, but Amazon for 20 years was overvalued. Even now, at 68 times earnings, Amazon is overvalued. Even now, $1.6 trillion company, overvalued. Fresh and free, stock market with Bruce. I signed up for SoFi yesterday, but then found out they don't have options. So I just got ATIP that seemed like a leveraged gamble payout ability. Now, there you go. All right. Erico, I'll never forget. What's his name? I'll never forget. To the moon, SPACs, not get mooned. Okay. We're still up 2 cents on SoFi, down 15 cents on Robinhood. GameStop down 2.46. ATIP down 62 cents at $3 a share, it looks like. AMC is up 67 cents. Matterport up 45 to 15.45 a share right now. That's what we got. Right. Okay. 23andMe down 19. Fifth Wheel down 2. Vector down 17. Navsite up a penny. Sextera down 2 cents at the moment. That is the market here as we are grinding along, trying to sing a song and hang on for any kind of recovery. Bruce, with regard to GameStop, have we yet conceded that it is no longer shorted to the point where a short squeeze is feasible and we're relying totally on new business plan and fundamentals? Well, I've always been a fan of GameStop for the corporate side. Always have been. The other stuff, gravy if it happens, just gravy. But I can't tell you about the other side. I don't have those, I don't have the insights for that. AB, my Sixtera calls are really erratic, even though the stock price seems stock price to be static. Fun to watch it anyway. Sixtera, it's first day as a new company. I'm going to short Robinhood till the stock is on par with ATIP. Let's see. What else is going on here? You think Robinhood would stop people from buying their stock like they did at GameStop when there was a sudden influx of buyers? Fresh and free word is that SoFi will be getting options soon. DM, lighten up. You may want to check out the due diligence. FWA is doing great. Fifth Wall acquisition. GameStop, great business plan. How soon anti-PC? Fifth Wall. That's going to be a winner. Absolutely winner. Still, Robinhood up 4 cents to 34.86. SoFi up a nickel to 15.64. And got GameStop at 162.88 down $1.98. Trying to come on here. ATIP at 308 now. 308.5. Coming on again, down 54.5 cents. We got AMC at 38.91 down up 78 cents. Matterport up now 59 cents to 15.59. We are popping up again, pushing the high of the day right now on your Matterport. 15.59, 790,000 shares traded as we're attempting to hit new highs on Matterport today. Cool beans, man. Let's see. Oh, wow. Russia called out at a swimming press conference for doping. Super uncomfortable moment. Did SoFi ever get the bank charter? Still in play. Still in play for later, like August, September, I think. I want to join Robinhood just so I can buy puts on it. Let's go. In the fall, says anti-PC. Word on the street is that August 12th, SoFi will be adopting options on their trading platform. I'm excited. Well, to be clear, AB says it was the clearinghouses that halted GameStop in the mother of all short squeezes situation. It'd be unlikely you'd get the sell at the tippy top regardless. Thanks, anti-PC. Not really regarding Robinhood. I wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire. Overslept. Did I miss anything? Sean Connery's asking. Sorry, but my relationship with whiskey is on the rocks. No, you're missing nothing. There's nothing going on. Bill, debt ceiling meeting at noon, not looking good. They will take drastic action if the debt ceiling is not raised. No option chain on hood yet. Anti-PC, awesome. The interface is nice. I sold my short-term SoFi options people. They yelled at me about buying for a 20% profit when it popped this week. What are you going to do? Where we're at now, we're down 6 cents on Robinhood. We're up 3 on SoFi. GameStop now down $1.61, getting a little better. ATIP 309 right now. AMC up 96 cents. Matterport up 69 to 1570, 75. It's up to 1575, new high of the day on your Matterport. I'm hoping it'll help your options contracts. I hope they're going up in value for you out there, guys. And you're getting richer, or at least less poor. How about you getting less poor on your Matterport positions? Let me look at these January contracts. January Matterport contracts, the 15s are now pushing closer to 330, 340, and the 1750s are pushing 245.65, maybe going higher than that. The 20s, 180 to 205, showing a little higher as well. 2250s, 135.50, 25s are 1 to 130, 30s are 60 to 85. A little better. All right. Anyway, I'm sort of enjoying it late today. NSH News, should I sell my November call strike at 750 on NSH? That's the big question, of the big worry of the day here. We're up a penny. I would say no. Let's see here. MTTR going to the moon. Here we go. Less poor. I'm loving it. Do you think SoFi will become available in the UK? Well, I would hope so. But I don't know about the online banking. That I don't know. Bruce, do you still think 1,000 plus long term for GameStop, or do you change your opinion for any reason? Would you let us know if you do? I would. I still think there's the possibility of the stock to do that and more. So, the credit sandwich. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be less poor with a bigger pool would be nice. There you go. Light, now explain the reasoning behind millions of out of the money puts then. Well, we'll get to that on the weekend. Oh, we're ready for that. Starting with tomorrow, SoFi 1561 up a penny, and ATIP 311 to 312 right now. 311 to 312 on ATIP. Matterport 1580, another high, up 80 cents on Matterport. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We love these days. Let's keep this happening. For the last 5 days, this is new high territory, more or less, for the last 30 days. This is high territory for Matterport. I'm happy to report for the last 3 months. We have hit the 17 neighborhood, but not much beyond that. So really, like a buck from here to a buck and a half from here, we'd be in new high territory for Matterport. 1588, 1593, 1595. Boom, boom, boom. Just popping. This can happen on any SPAC at any time. Do not be dissuaded about your SPACs. $15.99 going for $16 a share on Matterport. Is that helping anyone's options, I wonder? I would think so. I would be thinking so. Let's see if that made a difference over there. We gotta be happier about this. Absolutely happier about this. Here we go. Contracts are getting better looking all the time on Matterport. $15.99 right now on the Matterport. Thank you all. SoFi up 2 cents to $15.62. Let's go Matterport. Just keep it coming here. That would be just fine by me. Every bit helps. Million volume on Matterport up 80 cents. My MT Matterport 1250 March 22s are doing so well now. 1604, they're saying 16. Whoop, whoop. Matterport on the move, baby. ATIP goes down. We hate you, Bruce. MTR goes up. We love you, Bruce. ATIP 310, 1604 there. Matterport 20 at the end of the day. I can dream, can I, says AB. Matterport touched a 1604 right now, 1585. Looking very good today. Very good. 1590 again. Popped back up again. Right on. Love these, love $1 moves on SPACs. I love those. Would like to see some more of this for sure. Love to see some more of this. Is there a scenario where you can recommend exercising and selling it off? Nope, I can't. Just sell it. lighten up DM. I feel that there are thousands of people like us who have FOMO and really want to cover our bases, not miss out on the potential. In January and March, the hedges were caused but have adjusted. All right. $15.75 on Matterport right now. Matterport above 20 in the near future seems like a no-brainer. I'm with you. I support that notion. It could be a no-brainer for Matterport to break 20. Absolutely no-brainer. Maybe we should all call ME Investor Relations and ask them, what the hell are you up to? What are you guys doing? Aren't you talking about what's going on here? How come you're not talking? Down 24 cents on ME, 778. Up a nickel on Fifth Wall. Up a penny on SoFi. There you go. How long does it take a stock to have to maintain a level before it's considered a floor? If Matterport sustains 15.20 for a week or two, or something that's out that figure, well, it depends on the stock. We're talking months down the road, years, not days. So there will be no floor building on Matterport right now. It's just a brand new stock that just listed yesterday. So can't even go there. The only adjustment they made was no longer delivering on the cycles. They've just completely decided to fail to deliver everything now. I don't think people fully realize how powerful the Matterport software is. It's only doing it's not only 3Ding a space. There's so much more. I agree. Matterport is a monster. It's going to be a household name, and it's going to be a monster company. Everyone in the world, anyone in the Western world, thinking of booking a hotel, a resort, a cruise, you're going to see Matterport in everything you do. Travel agencies are going to be addicted to Matterport technology, absolutely addicted. Airbnb, every listing will be Matterported. It's only a matter of time, just a matter of time that everyone must be Matterported. Count on it. I would insist on it for sure. I don't want to see the same picture for the same room every time. When I talk about a hotel, they'll say, oh, this is a king suite, junior king suite. This is what it looks like. It's the same photo of every hotel room they've got. Those days are over. Matterport is here, and there's no excuse. Time to get in there, especially showing me the renovated rooms. 1504 is available. This was renovated 3 days ago or 3 weeks ago. It's available for $149.99. I want to see that kind of detail on every room. I'm going to be finicky. You don't give it to me, I'm not staying there. I'll go somewhere else. Just saying. Okay. I'm 2% green on Matterport, only SPAC and green. Download Matterport on your phone for free, and you can Matterport your own house for nothing. iPhone only right now. I just bought 10 $30 contracts from Matterport for January at $70 each, 70 cents a contract. He bought 30s for January. Okay, 1536. You need to move. 1564. Actually, you need to move. But there it is. It's only a Matterport of time. You could Matterport the Egyptian pyramids and could virtual reality tour them without having to go to Egypt. A thing like that. Yeah, how about that? Well, let's see. We're up 8 cents on Robinhood, $34.90. SoFi down 4. GameStop down 2.10. ATIP at $3.10 a share. AMC up 72 cents. Matterport up 76 cents. 15.76. Of the SPACs, the only companies I've heard of before joining this channel were Matterport, SoFi, and 23andMe. It's got to be that way for the normies out there too. I believe it. The iPhone app isn't very good. Matterport announces investment in digitization tech company SimLab to accelerate building design, construction, and management. Found this article interesting. There's a bunch coming out on this company. The fact alone that Facebook AI or IA partnered with Matterport should give it a price of $25. They just announced they're investing in SimLab to accelerate design, construction, and management. These guys are on fire. Worked well for me, says SVT Boxer. Lighten up. DM correction. In January and March, the hedgies were caught with their pants down, but have since adjusted, however, illegally with the collusion of the SEC. This is for DM. All right, Cheddar Stacks. I do have to mess with it more, but it seemed like it does bad with half walls and such. AB Cheddar. That's a funny thing. They don't want to make it too good to cannibalize their own hardware sales. You have an iPhone 12 Pro. Cheddar, yes, AB, agree. It's a beta phase. 1585 on Matterport right now, up 85 cents on the day. The Dow's down 88 points. S&P down 19. NASDAQ down 94 points. That's what we got. Robinhood is down 8 cents to 34.74. SoFi 15.56 down 4 cents. GameStop down 2.19. ATIP down 53 to 309.5. Come on, ATIP. AMC 38.92 up 79 cents. Matterport up 82 cents. 15.82. All right. Gosh darn it. Not bad. Not bad. If every one of those SPACs every day went up 82 cents for 10 days in a row, you guys would be rich, rich, rich. You would be very wealthy. Okay. There you go. There you go. Oh, wow. British Shilling, SVAC, and Gores are still blank on my ISA. Well, yeah, they'll forever be blank because they no longer exist. They've been shifted out. SVAC is now a CYXT, my friend. Oh my God, I've been holding these bags for too long, tempted to sell for $2 gain just to say I made a profit for once. ATIP says below the 200, stays below the 200 MACD indicator for a week now. It's trying to go above it again today. Let's see if it can do it. Hope it can do so. Jetter iPhone XR, the real camera they offer was like $2,500 or something. Definitely won't make the free iPhone app too good. Definitely wasn't bashing it, just as nothing compared to their camera. I love the pyramid idea. Ticker not changed. AB, hey Bruce, how much credence do you give to the notion that SoFi is a target for attacks since it's a meme stock and wants to disrupt conventional banking? Don't give much credence to that. People like making money, and they won't care of the company's background. If they sense the stock can do well, they'll jump on the stock no matter what. So, yeah, I don't put too much credence in anything like that. Okay, Matterport 1580, right on. 315 on ATIP. The bounce back from 381 to 315, a 34-cent bounce back. We're still down 48 cents on the day. ATIP definitely coming on. Bruce, I've been wondering about the live stream dailies you've offered for such a long time now. They must be tiring. Have you considered changing the timings or stopping streams altogether? No, haven't made any changes, no adjustments. Thinking of bringing in guests, looking at bringing guests on the show. Any suggestions on who you'd like me to interview? Any suggestions on how to get people to come on the show? That's what I'm thinking. I'm just not thinking the negative way. I'm just thinking about you, Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing guests onto the shows to talk about specific stocks and markets and you name it, to kind of liven it up a bit and bring in new viewers that are following these other people and try to gain some momentum. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. A little step-by-step things. Okay. Oh, you better not leave us, Bruce. I'll be your first guest, says Freethinker. Ryan Cohen. Bring in Ryan Cohen. Oh, okay. I'll just call him up. I unfortunately missed the majority of the morning. Any new suggestions on strategy for ATIP? I own a significant number of shares. You should have been here to buy them at 381 when I was screaming at everybody, get this stuff. Now it's 312, although it's still a bargain down here. So get this stuff. Wayne Gretzky, that's who you should get. Interview Yoko. Jen is a surprise guest. Bring in Ryan Cohen. The CEOs of these SPACs. I'm available, Bruce, says Guy on a Buffalo. +1 for Yoko. I'm him here. Mark Messier. Bring in Mark Messier and have him come in on the show. I'm sure he'd love to join us. It'd be a lot of fun. I like how they digitized the NASDAQ, invited the world to virtually experience the iconic bell ringing ceremony. Guy in a Buffalo. I'll bring my Buffalo. Jen Doe. Perfect. Thank you. You got it. 1556, 1558 on SoFi, down 2 cents. Yeah, 312 on ATIP now. 312. Martin Bruder. Bring in Martin Bruder. They're the legitimate guests on the Stock Market Channel. Legit. Bruce, my daughter says to bring Mark Pellier on the show. Yeah, I should get Mark on here, shouldn't I? Mark Pellier, the Mark Messier, the hockey player. Let me think. AB, you need one of those fancy, dark, and neon sets like the other big YouTube guys, but with your own spin on it. Props, laugh out loud. You could green screen it on the road, laugh out loud. Bagel and Yoko themed, or of course, bring in the ATIP folks. Inside joke, but yes, Freethinker, Larry. Someone from your past stock trading days, Isaiah. You should have a former female stockbroker. Maybe even a Canadian former female stockbroker. Seems like that would be an interesting vantage point. There you go. See, good. Bring in a female stockbroker. If I only knew one, I kind of know a female stockbroker. It used to be in Canada. but she won't appear on camera. So she'll she sort of talks off camera from time to time. But Rob, didn't Mark Pellier join as a member a few months ago? He did. Yeah, Markiplier did. Yeah, Mark Pellier. Markiplier did join a few months ago. It's Markiplier, Bruce. You make it sound like a French Canadian name. Oh, Marky Pellier. I'm trying to jazz it up here. Markiplier. I've been grabbing ATIP on the drop. Work for GameStop, a treat for me anyway. Now I got almost 1,300. Fingers crossed. Right on. ATIP 310 right now. Female stockbroker's name is Jen, says Julie. We need more than Jen's hands, Jen face reveal 1 million views. Anti-PC, laughing out loud. Sean, maybe Jen can wear a costume. John Voight in his, what is this? John Voight in his LeBaron. Get John Voight in his LeBaron on there. Put Jen on camera, and Bruce, you bring the bagels. Rob, get Jen get Jen to join with a sock on her head, so she doesn't have to be on camera. There you go. Bobster, bought ATIP at $2.99. These are bargoons. $3.15 now in the stock. John, Uncle Bruce, when are you going on the road? When sometime September, latter part. That's kind of the start of it, at the end of September. The masked stock trader. Can you speak any French, Bruce? Just out of interest. Oui, no. Bonsoir. Jen revealed on Halloween. Dave, get Jen a Sia hair wig, an SIA hair wig. I don't know what that means. Bring in Houston Wade, interesting fellow, or Ape Andy. AB, is there a difference on how the markets are viewed even amongst Canadians and Americans that you've noticed, or pretty much the same? We're kind of the same. I think we're kind of the same. Whatever happened to the troll? He gave up pretty easy. Maybe I should get him on the show. I should charge him $1,000 though, right? I mean, he's got to pay. Très bien. Yeah. Yeah. Très bien. Yeah. Good. Poutine. Uncle Bruce, can you bring Tom Waits on? Can you bring on Tom Waits? Rob, can you bring in Jim Cramer? Can you bring Jim Cramer onto the channel? Maybe you could bring Jim Cramer. Please do not bring in Andy. Please don't bring in Andy. You know what? You should charge the troll $10,000 a minute. That's what you ought to do. Charge that guy a fortune, said Julie. I'm having to use a new computer. Please forgive my spoiling. Jen should be on backlit with a voice modulator like an anonymous source on like 60 Minutes. There you go. She should use that voice thing that they used in that movie, The Fun with Dick and Jane, where Jim Carrey is doing the. I should have her use that. That'd be a lot of fun. Autobit. Dave Portnoy would be an easy guest. I can sell you a nice shell spec, Gregory. Or Kenneth Griffin. Get Kenneth Griffin on here. Make sure you charge the troll toll to get that boy's soul. To get to that boy's soul. There you go. Get there we go. 313 on ATIP. 1594 on Matterport for the high of the day now. Wow. Not the high of the day, but that's where we're plugging along at. Pretty cool bean stuff, let me tell you. What can I say about this market? Man, oh man. Let me see if I can get another update there. Whenever it wants to give it to me. Anyway, the night man cometh, says Credit Sandwich. We don't want Paper Hands Portnoy on this channel. He's not built for the type of investing Bruce recommends. One ping only says, ask Josh Brown for an interview. Isaiah, Yoko would probably come on. A free thinker, you gotta pay the toll to get in. Okay. 1573.74 on the Matterport. And we're trying to break through a higher level. If Jen doesn't want to be on camera, put a fence in front of her, like at Home Improvement TV show, like Wilson. We could do that. Heidi ho, Heidi ho. She's saying, there you go. You see, she's listening.
Best Halloween costume ever.
Yeah, best Halloween costume ever. Exactly.
A hat and a cardboard fence.
A hat and a cardboard fence. That's all you needed. That was the best ever. 34.84 up a penny on Robinhood. SoFi down 11 cents. GameStop down 267. ATIP 313. AMC up 60 cents. Matterport up 78 to 1578. Just make money no Matterport what. There you go. Meet Kevin to help pump MTTR. There we go. Julie, I'm sure Jen is drop dead gorgeous and shy. You're probably right on that. Sean, Brown paper bag, maybe like the Unknown Comic. Maybe we could do that. Erico, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? That's the proverbial question, isn't it? Proverbial. Proverbial. Yeah, there we go. It's a question. John Van Eck, possibly. John Van Eck, possibly. I don't know. If some of these guys like Portnoy, it's amazing they have millions. He bought GameStop at like 300 something and dumped it at like 100 or 40, or was it AMC and the similar us? Then blame brokerages. There you go. It happens. It happens. Yeah, I should get Markiplier on here, don't you think? Don't you think? Markiplier, are you watching? Is anyone out there watching here? Is anyone a friend of Markiplier who's watching here? Let him know. We should get together. I have had the pleasure of talking to him on the telephone. I had a chance to talk to him on the phone. Great guy, really handy. He wanted to talk to me about the market. I want to talk to him about YouTube. But we should get him on here. That'd be a lot of fun. Mask her up like a lunch. What's that? A luchador wrestler? What's that mean? Yes, it makes a sound. It does make a sound. I get it, Vanek. I get it. I don't know what this means. Yeah, if we get, if anybody knows that who anybody knows Markiplier personally, let him know. Uncle Bruce is putting out the call. Hey, you want to join us? Hang out with this gang. How about this afternoon show? I go on at 3:00 Eastern. How about after the market? It doesn't have to be during the market. Whatever you want. Whenever you want. You want to do a show Monday, starting Monday morning or Monday afternoon or whatever? That'd be great. Anyway, that could be a lot of fun. Who knows? What else? Mark Plier. I think Veritasium actually didn't answer that tree question. I don't know what that means. Luchador, the masked Mexican wrestlers. My daughter raves about Markiplier. AB, I'm feeling personally attacked. Says Isaiah. Zach, look at her Mexican wrestler. Julie, we don't need those lightweights. We have you. I see, Julie. You're so kind. You're just so kind. I appreciate that. Actually, maybe Markiplier should have me on his channel. That would be better for views, because then I'd be exposed to, I don't know how many millions of people he's got out there, and then some might follow me here. You never know. But if I got Markiplier, Multiplier, if I got him here, he might attract a big audience into this. If I can promote this appearance for a few days, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Sure, Uncle Bruce, Multiplier hanging out with Uncle Bruce live, Monday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. That'd be kind of fun. Who the crap is Markiplier? Well, that's why I'm here to promote him. You got to check Markiplier out. You'll find him pretty cool. Instead of Markiplier, I don't know. Right, and you need to watch Markiplier play Alien Isolation. It is some of the funniest stuff ever. Mike, no clue. Julie B. Markiplier. The James Show, Bruce just said he wants to expose himself on Markiplier. There's the literal people out there. They drive me nuts. 322 on ATIP. 322. We're up. How much are we up on this from the low? We were down as low as 281, right? So 19 cents plus 22 cents. That is 41 cents of improvement. And we're down 40. So we've got half the loss has come back on ATIP. How about that? Wow. Short eye. Markiplier is a big gaming player. Maybe if you both played a stock market day trade or simulation game together, that'd be good for both of your channels, you see? Gregory, could God make a curry so hot he could not eat it? Oh, my. John Van, are we, what is it? Are we suck here? What's going to stocks people stocks? The show's almost over. I'm just hanging out. Random post. Did you know the host of the Gong Show, Chuck Barris, was a spy, worked for the CIA as an assassin? Short eye, not long eye. I don't know what's going on here. 1568 on Multiport. Matterport. 1568. AMC 38.48 up 35 cents. GameStop 162.14 down 271. ATIP at 324 now down 39 cents. Boy, has that come back a long way. ATIP is coming up. How about that? SoFi down 9 cents now to 15.51. Robinhood down 13 cents. Okay. See ya. Before E, except after C. Yes, Jen Doe. Mr. Rogers was a Marine sniper. This is just a lie. I just like saying it because it's funny. The Dow down 83, S&P down 20, NASDAQ down 110 points. I'm going to be on again at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so join me then for sure. Join me tomorrow for classes. Tomorrow and Sunday, we're going to talk about writing put options to make a whole bunch of money. In the money, out of the money, everything else. And then Sunday, we're going to have fun on Sunday. How to buy and sell option contracts, spreads, straddles. I'm going to show you how you can play the option market where they pay you money, where you get cash to take on a position, actually. It's not just writing a contract. I'm going to show you a different credit spreads. It's going to be kind of cool to watch that. That'll be kind of fun to play that one. I'll go all the variables, the pluses, the minus, the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads, answering all kinds of questions and show you examples of option spreads on stocks we follow here. So yeah, should be kind of fun. ATIP pulled a crazy Ivan. It's 3:28 at the bottom half of the hour. Bring on hedge fund owner and use waterboarding. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Thumbs up. It's a lot of volume in ATIP. Joined late today as SVAC News. Yes, it's Cyxtera. Symbol now is a CYXT, trading at 950, down 6 cents. Michael, after the C, and when your foreign neighbors, Keith and Heidi, sees their 8 conference heifer slays from feisty caffeinated weightlifters of average height in a heist. Weird. That is weird. John, thanks everybody. Malo, I wrote sold a GameStop 215 August 13 for 350. Should I buy it back now that it's $2, or should I just let it ride? What do I do? Zach, wow, Mike, that was amazing. John Van laughing out loud. Michael, yeah, okay. Anyway, join me at 3. See you for classes tomorrow. If you haven't registered yet, send me a private email. Say, hey, Bruce, I'd love to be in on these classes. Send me an invite. We'll get you set up. Squeeze you guys in here. Michael, I was trying to find that sentence too. Thank you all for your support, being here. Thumbs ups, everything else. So far, thumbs ups on the day is 467 thumbs ups. Only 33 away from 500 thumbs ups on this early morning show. Can you guys find 33 thumbs ups out there? Is it possible that you can hit me up with 33 thumbs ups right now, this second? Hit that thumbs up button for me and do me a favor. Get me to 500. There's 473. We're only 27 away now. They're coming in right now. They're coming. 478. We're only 22 away now. 22 thumbs ups away from the 500 level. Thank you, everybody. There we are. 17 away now. 483. Here they come. Here come the thumbs ups. People are scrambling to give me thumbs up. 492. 8 to go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half, quarter, third, 8. That 499. One away. 499. We only need one more thumbs up. There it is. 505 thumbs ups. You guys are incredible. That's like 38 thumbs ups in like a minute. Fabulous. 513 now. We're even soaring well over 500 today. Thank you, everybody, for helping this channel, helping me. 516 thumbs ups. They just keep coming in. You guys are great. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you this afternoon. And, you two guys take care. Matt, hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for the donation, Matt. I appreciate that. We'll see you this afternoon. 511 thumbs ups. 526 is Auntie. Beautiful job. ATIP, net another 164 to make through 2,000 shares, averaging down to 532 long hold. See you this afternoon. Right on. Check your double thumbs. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, people. Double check that. ATIP is now at 323, down only 39 cents. Beautiful. Matterport 1578 of 78. We got 2 winners. Well, we got a winner and we got one coming back. How about that? I was really on the fence about my thumbs up, but thank you, John, for that. All of you. We'll see you at 3 this afternoon. Let's make some more money this afternoon. Hopefully the markets will go higher and we'll go from there. Okay, we'll see you. Bye for now.